1. We're live. Did that remind you of iCarly? That was like, I know you see somehow the world will change. So we got Wheezy. He's already on the Zoom call. We're already ready to go. I want to make sure he's ready before I flip over. So I'm just waiting on him to message me. But I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at him in real time. He looks incredible.
He's taking his shirt off.
So we are going to probably end up like debating about some shit. I think Wheezy himself is having a couple cocktails. I'm jealous. One beer. Goals. So yeah, we're gonna be hanging out, talking about horror films. He's formally prepped questions I haven't seen yet. He offered to have us read them ahead of time. I'm like, nah, no, that's soft. We don't do that.
First question: what's your social security number?
So yeah, we're just gonna hang out, talk horror films, kind of interview type thing. He'll ask us questions. We'll ask him questions, and argue. But no, it's not like we're not gonna have like a score. So this isn't a goddamn political debate. All right, You're not gonna vote for the winner at the end or something like that.
Well,
just nerdy horror fans being nerdy horror fans, having a good time hanging out on a fucking hump day, brother.
Wait.
Get excited for tomorrow. I know what you did last summer. Tomorrow,
I know.
2 p.m.
You see
46% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's still there.
I actually think it went down. I think it's at like 44.
If it is,
Ish.
we're ending the stream.
Wheezy Camp, you're out here being an ASIM content creator. You don't know who Wheezy F Mamba is? Wheezy makes the same type of content we do. Streamer, ASIM games, big TCM guy, big F13 guy, big Evil Dead guy. But yeah, he's just like us. Just like us.
I know.
Horror nerds.
I know. Kept me interested, even if it made me brain dead. Positive.
That's
review.
exactly what I'm looking for.
That's a fresh review. That's 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. What's the percent total now?
It's 46.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it dropped. It started at 46. I saw it go down to 44. Must have came back up a little bit.
I am seeing a YouTuber review on here.
That ringing, I can slow down the speed a little bit on this and make it a little bit quieter.
There's a YouTuber that reviewed this that I know is right up their alley, and they gave it a rotten 5 out of 10.
Oh!
I wasn't bored, but I wasn't sold.
Who's that YouTuber?
I'm not going to say. You can find it.
Well, if it's right up there, you're saying they don't like it or they do like it?
They don't. Well, it's rotten. It's 5 out of 10.
But you said it was right up their alley?
Yeah.
And they don't like it?
Yeah.
So you're worried about that?
Well, I'm not here to put them on blast.
Well, it's their review. It's a public review.
I will say, guess what Bloody Disgusting gave it?
5 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Fresh.
I mean, that's... If a horror movie's got lower reviews, it's kind of a good thing, right?
Well, it didn't go down, so I guess we don't have to end the stream, but I'm still not happy. It's got to be over 50. I'm about to pay for Rotten Tomato reviews.
Hold on. Doctor? Doctor, can you hear me? Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Check. 1, 2.
Are you ready to be put on blast right here? Right here, right now.
I can. I can't fucking see
this button. Yeah, sorry. I was like, I don't want to keep this going. They're starting soon that long. So I was like, I'll flip over. We'll talk a little bit, and then when he's ready, we'll do the thing.
All right. Let me. We're here. We're here.
There's no going back now.
Shit.
Everybody sees it now. There's no going.
When I got here, it was just you on the Titanic, dude. What the fuck?
Yep. The sink it's still sinking.
Yeah.
The ship. I said the sink is still sinking. The ship is still sinking, but we're still afloat.
Right.
For now, the door will fit both of us on it. It won't. You know, everyone gives Rose shit for that, and I don't think they could have gotten. Maybe they both physically could fit in the door, but I don't think it would have stayed afloat.
That's always my theory on it. They would have been too heavy. It'd been too heavy.
Well, this ship can't sink. Yeah.
You want to know an interesting fact about Titanic?
I hope I don't know
that particular scene. I hope you don't know. But that particular scene in the water, they filmed it in actual 30-degree weather or whatever. Like James Cameron wanted real breath coming out of their mouths.
Yeah. It was a little bit harder to CGI that at the time. You know, in one of the Walking Dead scenes, I think it would have been season 4 or 5. There's a scene that they had to shoot in the winter, and all the zombies, the walkers, if you will, they had breath, and they shouldn't, so they had to go in and CGI out all of the breath
too much
of the walkers. That's tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Good times. Good times. But hey, how's it going, man? How's life treating you? How's the ASIM world? Huh? Is it good over there? Because we're out of the game now. Yeah.
I mean, y'all, I've been enjoying your guys' Outlast trials for sure.
Yeah.
And
the game's fun.
it's something fresh and new, but I have like a schedule. Sundays TCM, still riding until the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
And it's boring. To be honest. It's
Yeah.
I just wish there was more content, I think we all do.
We
how it ended.
We played this morning. If I'm playing with Nick and Chase, I can play. If I'm playing with friends, I can make it happen. And especially if it's a 3-man party, because then you're guaranteed you're going to find a game right away as family and don't have to sit and wait for the broken-ass lobby simulator.
Yeah.
I can have fun that way. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know how people solo queue it. Like,
yeah, Victim is, it's easily just waiting for a queue or waiting for a lobby and then waiting for that third killer to join,
Yep.
So
it's brutal.
It's unfortunate.
It's brutal, dude. Well.
Yeah.
Now we're already gonna have the awkward silence. How are we kicking things off here? How are we kicking things off here? What do you want to talk about? Do you have anything specific? Because if I can start throwing shit out, Halloween Kills is a terrible movie. Thoughts?
True.
I'm making that my whole personality.
Absolutely. No, I'll take the reins, dude, for sure. A couple months ago, I think I hit you up about doing a podcast / interview style for like all content creators of TCM to kind of like get together, and not just TCM, but maybe Evil Dead and F13, and kind of get together and just talk.
Yeah.
And display our experience with what we've had to do with being the content creators of the game that's not made by behavior. Do you know what I mean? And kind of being on the back burner, but still having a following and gaining in that scenario. But I really kind of toned that down to just you two because I fuck with you two. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to do a like an interview of Riley and Nick, not just Slash and Cast. I wanted to get to know you personally better, for my sake, but also for my viewers, for your maybe new subscribers that don't know the backstory of Slash and Cast and what happened from the beginning, the origin stories, as you will. And so I came up with about 16 questions or so that may have quick answers, that may have long answers, emotional, non-emotional, whatever it may be. I'm really proud of this. I'm fucking saying it. I'm really proud of these questions. Okay. So I guess we can start there. That's kind of what the scenario was in my head all day at work.
Okay. Wow. Now I feel a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Pressure's on, baby.
Hope we got good answers.
Now you gotta get a cocktail.
No, I want to tell you what, one of the reasons I'm like, so I'm working on this video right now where I really want Kane Hodder, that is, who I'm going to see in 2.5 weeks now.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks. He's always kind of giving me a hard time about my weight because we're friendly like that, where he can do that.
Right.
And he's always kind of giving me a hard time. And I want him to notice that I lost weight without me bringing up that I lost weight. So I'm going okay, this next 3-4 weeks, I'm going to be insanely dialed in. I'm not touching any alcohol, no snacks, nothing. And it's
chiseled.
Yeah, just going in there, abs showing. Yeah. So we'll find. So I've been filming like montage style fucking Rocky footage of me working out, basically. I mean, it's every workout I've been doing, like hikes and conditioning. I've filmed all of it. and it's gonna be I'm making like a stupid Rocky montage edit, and we're gonna go in. I'm gonna be mic'd up when I go see Kane. We'll have a camera on, and then we'll find out if he hates me or not. Yeah.
I think it's definitely noticeable for sure. And I touch base on that in some of these questions because as myself, who's gone through a weight loss journey, I think that's one of our connections, at least in that scenario, for both of you, because you both have done it too. So
yeah, you lost a shit ton of weight. You look great. Just seeing your like wedding photos that you posted, that was today, right? I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Even since then, you've lost a lot of weight.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Even then, like that, it's not even the half of it. Like if we get into that point where you guys ask me questions or anything like that, there's a whole story behind that too, of what started the weight loss journey, because I used to not care. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Taco Bell and Baja Blast ruled my life. So
relatable.
Yeah. So let's start. I mean, let's start it off with the questions. I really, like I said, I wrote down about 16 questions or so. And this can apply to both of you if you want to have an answer. Let me find them. Give me just a second here. Perfect. Okay. Let's start. Number one, these are ranging anywhere from your generic questions that you have and then to more in depth. And again, to point this out, this is for my people that may not know you, new subscribers to your channel that may not know the origin of Slash and Cast. Where did you guys grow up? First one, easy.
You want me to? You want you to? Okay, I'll start. We grew up in a small town called Byron, Illinois, home of the Tigers. Let's go.
Okay.
If you've ever heard of Rockford, Illinois, that's a lot more relevant. It's just west of Chicago. Small town, farm town. That's why we look like farm boys. No, neither of us have worked on a farm. So yeah, we just grew up together. Grew up in a small town and went to school together, played sports together. I mean, we're not, believe it or not, we're not brothers. People think that all the time.
Yeah.
We're not. I get it. We both have red beards. Stop making fun of us.
Both. What?
But yeah, no, we just grew up together. That's all. I think one time Nick invited me to a not a pool party, but we went to an
Indoor water park.
Indoor water park, and the only reason he invited me is because I was fat, and he didn't want to be the only fat kid there.
Whoa.
You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
That wasn't the whole reason.
We weren't. We didn't get really close until high school, and when we started with like a podcast and whatnot, because we were always friends, but we were both better friends with a mutual friend, if that makes sense. So we didn't really start hanging out till high school. But yeah, in 5th grade, he invited me to a water park because he didn't want to be the only fat kid.
Yeah,
I'll go be fat.
5th grade.
We got pimp hats.
Yeah.
We got little like fuzzy fucking pimp hats.
Yeah.
At the arcade.
I gotta find that photo again. Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Like tickets and everything, the whole nine, like that little counter with like rubber sticky hands and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you may not remember, Nick, but that day I also broke the free throw record on the basketball machine. Yeah, 62 shots in a minute.
I don't recall.
Well, then I guess it didn't happen.
Right. Cool. Well, that was one of my other questions. I kind of figured that scenario would come into play where you guys would answer that question too. It was, where did you and Nick meet? Riley, and now I guess I'll just ask that to Nick. You guys kind of touch base high school or 5th grade, right? You said when you guys met, but really came into play at high school.
I mean, technically, we were in the same kindergarten. I think even
kindergarten.
Were you?
Who the hell?
So
who did we have?
Craig.
Who?
Craig.
Crane.
Craig.
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 This is Craig.
Yeah. Did you ever?
No, I had Who the fuck? The old one. Wow, I don't. Because I had Mrs. Boyer for preschool.
I didn't go to preschool.
Yeah,
didn't
I don't
need
remember.
it. I'm advanced.
But you moved.
Advanced.
You
I've been
moved here in kindergarten, like right?
Yeah, right before kindergarten, I moved here. We've been here, so I mean, yeah, we always like knew each other. hung out a couple times here and there. Football.
Because you were in flag football too, right? Because that's like probably my earliest memory of actually doing stuff together. So 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Flag football.
Cool.
Football.
Yeah. So, I mean, quite a long time. Quite a long time. And that's
too long.
That's very, very cool. You don't have a lot of, I mean, a lot of people don't have friendships that long, you know?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. The next question that I have, but real quick, bonus question: how close is Byron to Haddonfield? No, I'm just kidding.
You know what's funny? So this is in Halloween 6. There's a map of like at the train station, and one of the stops on that map is Dixon, Illinois. That Haddonfield leads to, and Dixon, Illinois is in our conference, is in the Byron conference. So it's based on the lore of the film. Technically, it's pretty close.
Like what? Two
close,
hours,
dude.
hour and a half away.
It's in northern Illinois. Haddonfield is in northern Illinois. So
badass. All right, cool. And my next question is, I guess to both of you, just answer one at a time. Whoever wants to take the reins. How did your childhood shape you who you are today? Like, for example, what as a child, like you're bringing up, like your parents, your schools, did you get straight A's? Did you flunk out? Like anything that kind of related to that in childhood? I mean, 5 to high school, right? How did it make you who you are today?
I'm sorry. There's a super chat playing on my other speaker out there, and I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "How is that happening?" Dunpale says hello. Says hello to you as well.
Hello.
Wow, that is a deep question. So we're both lucky that both of our parents are still together. And we both also have like super involved and helpful parents. Like Nick's parents are crazy. He can talk about that more, but they do everything, man. Even for like my wedding, like our rehearsal dinner wouldn't have happened without Nick's parents. They made like the whole thing happen. So many things like fall camp blood and things like that. But yeah, my parents are the same way, intimately involved. I look at sports. I think for me, like kind of like shaped who I am the most growing up. My dad is like a freak athlete. So everyone on my dad's side is a freak athlete. My uncle was a professional softball player. He's in the 16-inch Hall of Fame somewhere. If you go to Forest Park, Illinois.
Really?
For real. I used to live right next to it. I lived like if you walk down the street in Forest Park, there's the wall there, a Hall of Fame wall of etched in players. My uncle's on that wall. Huh. Yeah, unbelievable. A lot of my work ethic comes from just like sports. Like that's a lot of feel like ambition. Like anytime I'm thinking about like even just grinding like content, sitting on my ass at a computer making content, I think about like that type of drive, and that's what's helping me right now. Because if I didn't have like a sports background, I think the whole weight loss shit that I'm dealing with would be going a lot worse. I think it'd be good. I have to like keep my football brain in mind all the time. Is like that's why I prefer to do that type of conditioning and things like that. I don't know, helps me get through things.
Right.
I should have been in the NFL. I'm not good enough to be in the NFL, but I want to be. I want to enjoy that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And Nick, how about you, man?
I mean, very similar. Supportive family. I have severe ADHD, so school wise, a little tough. Got through it.
Same.
It's tough, but yeah, I mean, supportive parents. Yeah, very creative. Like my parents put a lot of events on. Like they ran an event every year for a nonprofit, or actually for the food pantry. They ran like a fundraising event and was raising, tens of thousands of dollars in one day every year. They like putting events on, different kind of dinners, parties, stuff like that. So always had some creative in me somewhere. Not drawing, I tell you that much.
That's same. I'm not a very good drawing either.
Yeah, but
growing up, my parents got divorced pretty early when I was 2, but they were supportive on each end. And so I kind of took that experience to make sure that, you know, and divorce is normal. You know what I mean? It's a very high rate.
Yeah.
But it's also something that I strive to be in my relationship and for my kids, that I don't want to ever have to experience something like that, because it was awful going every other weekend driving 2 hours to see somebody else. You know what I mean? And so
yeah, I have two older brothers.
Very cool.
I have two older brothers and both half brothers. So like my mom and my brother's dad split up.
Right.
So like I always he stayed close to his dad, so I always like watched that, and I got really close to him for a long time. Still am. I still see him. Scott, shout out to Scott. I see him all the time still. Yeah. So seeing kind of that and how they made their relationship work, and then my other brother, his mom actually passed away when he was 12, and that's how my parents ended up getting together. Now I don't. That was actually that's a good thing where in terms of like coming up where we're different is that I'm the youngest, you're the oldest. And yeah, and I don't have a good relationship with one of my brothers. You do. You have a great relationship with both your siblings. Yeah. I have a great relationship with one of my siblings. But yeah, we can go. You want to start crying? We can go to an hour-long conversation of me talking shit about my brother if you want. You won't be crying.
You know
about
what's funny?
Yeah.
Same scenario. I guess I'll veer for a second. My brother and I do not speak. It is extremely tumultuous. Not allowed to see my wife, not allowed to see my kids.
Same.
Abusive, drug addict, the whole nine.
Do we have the same
Stole everything. When my father passed away, he left me everything, and it was gone by the time I got to the house to pick everything up. We're not gonna get into that, but
see, my brother,
I completely understand.
My brother would try that. But he'd get caught slipping. He can go ahead and fucking try. Yeah, this is something I'm thinking of as my parents get older, because my brother's going to try the same shit, I bet.
He would, yeah.
Yeah. It's you know it's funny because I actually got close again with my brother for a while, and then something happened with his missus and someone else in my family, and we had no issues with my brother. Everything was fine. But we had an issue with her. And, you know, I understand being on your wife's side and doing what you got to do. But as a result of that, he ended up blocking all of us.
I'm still friends with him on Facebook.
Man.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
We're still friends on Snapchat. If you want me to hit him up on Snapchat. Yeah. So I have not said a word to him since. He has not met my kids. He has not met either of my kids. I don't even know. I don't know if he knows I have a second kid. I don't know if he knows. Genuinely.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, unless he stalks Slash and Cast here and there, I can't stop him from doing that. I don't think he knows I have a second kid. So there you go. I feel you, bro. I feel you on that one.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
We're gonna start crying yet? Fuck.
Yeah, dude. No, trust me, it gets deeper. But first, let's veer. Okay, what are we here for mainly? As everybody that tunes in, we're here for some horror and horror-related shit. So one of my questions here is, what was your first experience with horror? And Nick, I'm gonna throw it to you first, and then Riley, you think.
Yeah, I do need to think.
So it's interesting because I wasn't, super into horror at a young age. I mean, I watched, my dad's like, oh yeah, there are certain movies you need to watch, not just horror, but the classics. Halloween was in there. Jaws was in there. I watched the Forrest Gump a time or two. But
that's the best horror movie I've ever seen.
It's scary, man. But yeah, I mean, just watching them, it's October. I'll throw on, a Friday the 13th here and there. But it wasn't until senior year of high school when we started our first podcast, watching more horror movies naturally. Got Scream kind of hooked me.
Scream gets everybody.
It really does. Yeah, Scream hooked me, and then 90s slashers, just the vibe, kept me hooked.
Yeah.
Nick is a simp for Scream 3.
No, that's me. That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Nick's a hater.
Don't
dude.
you ever say that ever.
Yeah, he is a sim for I Still Know, though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I still know, yeah.
But not
By the way,
always.
Can we talk about Jennifer Love Hewitt on the red carpet?
Yeah,
Holy
dude.
fuck. Sorry to veer real quick.
I'm telling you, man, some of the douchebag comments I saw today, especially like women are fucking bitches sometimes, okay? And they attack other women.
Clip. It's clip.
Go ahead,
Somebody clip it.
You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Clip it.
Yeah, but like for real, like women. There's nobody more mean to women than other women. It's fucking brutal, and just
they're disgusting.
God, he's disgusting. Dude, some of the comments I was seeing from women about Jennifer Love Hewitt, I'm like, she is so much hotter than you're ever gonna be. Shut up.
Yeah.
Even now, at 46 with 3 kids, she's so much hotter than you're ever gonna be. Don't you ever make fun of her. But
and she rocks it, and she's not taking Ozempic like every other fucking celebrity.
Well, dude, she's
you know
really
what I mean?
Like,
like,
she's not even
come on.
that, like, she's not that chunky, bro. She has a little bit of a tummy, but she's just got big ass mother hips, man. She's got 3 kids.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, dude.
I think
she looks great.
Looks
and
even
I
hotter
honestly
now.
cannot wait for this weekend to watch I Know.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow, 2 p.m.
Yeah. Lucky, unfortunately, I have to work, but the wife and I are hitting up I Know and Casino Saturday night. So gonna be
shit.
Oh.
All right, I'm in.
Come on up to Washington, y'all.
What?
Or
State?
I guess over to Washington.
Washington State?
Yes.
Oh my God,
that is where I am
that's way
currently
too far.
residing.
It's way too far. That is-
Nick, or sorry, Riley, your experience. What was your first experience with horror?
Everyone asked me this. That's always like the horror movie question to go to. I genuinely don't know. I don't know what it actually got me started, because I would have been 2. I would have been my son's age, which is weird to think about.
Right.
Yeah, I would have been like 2. My mom was big into slasher films, which I don't know what the hell happened because she doesn't watch shit anymore. But yeah, she was big into slasher films, so she had a ton of them on VHS, and so she just kind of explained to me, hey, this isn't real, let's watch, and she didn't care, so I was a huge fan already by the time I was like 3. I was collecting by the time I was 4. If you look at our website at slashcast.net in the About section, there's a photo. There's photos of me when I was 4, like getting horror toys for my birthday. So
It's in your blood, dude.
Yeah. I've been a fan a long time. I would say my earliest memory of like sitting on a blanket bed in my living room and watching a horror film is watching Part 7, F-13 Part 7. I specifically recall the DVD menu. I don't remember watching the movie itself, but the DVD menu, because it has the Fred score, the Fred Mullen score, and it's just blasting with that yellow artwork, the DVD artwork. Yeah, I specifically recall that. Other than that, I don't know what got me started. I mean, I was obsessed with Scream. I was obsessed with Scream 3 very young. I actually ruined the VHS tape when I was a kid. Yeah, and Scream and Scream 3. I watched a ton.
Dude.
I didn't watch Scream 2 till later. Which, that's my mom's fault.
Gotcha.
She didn't buy it on VHS. She didn't get it soon enough. We couldn't just hook it up on Amazon Prime back in the day,
Right. Well, that's cool. I mean, there's a couple things I always like to veer off here for a second, because when you guys say something, it reminds me of something of my childhood. Nick had mentioned Forrest Gump being frightening, but if we're talking about movies that weren't intended to be terrifying but were, I'm not joking you when I say this. The movie that scared me the most as a child, and I hope you know what this movie is, was The Brave Little Toaster. And I don't understand fucking why that movie was so scary to me.
It is.
But fuck that movie. Okay, that's all I got to say. And my first experience truly with horror was The Exorcist, the original Exorcist.
That's the way to kick it off.
My Mother of the Year award goes to my mom showing me the original Exorcist at 8 years old.
Damn.
8 years old, dude. Yeah. With, by the way, the director's cut, spider walk scene included.
Oh.
And I was never the same, but I was obsessed ever since. And that's where it kind of, my love for everything horror related came. So for sure.
Well, perfect.
And speaking of ruining VHS tapes, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze, and Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Those 3 films I fucking ruined.
I think the only 2 I've ever actually like VHS tapes got ruined from rewinding so much is Scream 3 and then the 2000 Royal Rumble. I've watched Dwayne Johnson eliminate the Big Show hundreds of times.
3,000 times. Right.
The only tapes I ruined as a kid were Teletubby tapes.
You still watch
Yeah.
those?
I wish I did.
You still watch them on loop?
I actually just got Spaceballs
Shit.
on VHS in the mail. I got it for $1 on Whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's huge because Spaceballs 2 was just announced, man. So
Yeah.
super excited. Riley, how do you balance being a husband, father, and content creator at the same time?
I don't. Dude, I don't. Right now it's brutal because I lost my job back in April, and I didn't make a ton of money at that job, but I made enough where we were comfortable. Like, we were vibing,
right?
You know, now it's like I have to put in 10 hours a day to get by, on like pennies, you know. So it's now I have a newborn. It's been a lot. It's basically just don't sleep. That's basically how it is, and I have to keep working out. I can't stop that, but it's actually been nice. I work out with Kane a lot, so it's like time I get to spend with Kane. And now my wife started working out today. I put her through it. She's not gonna be able to walk tomorrow. So yeah, it's hard, dude. You just do your best. I mean, you know what it's like as a dad. You just do your best.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. But all I really care about right now is I want to make sure I'm not dead by the time I'm 30. So I need to lose weight and get in better shape. And I want to make sure that there's a roof over my kids' heads. And I'm doing those two things. I'm making sure those two things are happening.
And how old is Kane?
He's about to turn 2 next month.
Gotcha. And so, see, the difference here, at least in my scenario, is you have it much harder because a newborn and a 2-year-old. My kids are 17 and 15. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to, I could just like go to your room or hey, go to the mall, right? Like I don't have that kind of restriction to where I have that, but it's still something that I strive to have a schedule of where I'm upstairs creating content for such amount of time. And then by 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., whatever it is, I'm downstairs hanging out with everybody. And I feel that is very important to do because you don't want to lose sight of what the most important thing is. You know what I mean? Not that you need that information, but to anybody.
Yeah, having a schedule is the key.
Don't let something consume you so much that you don't focus on your spouse and kids or anything in life. That's how I look at it.
I think having a schedule is the key to that. Like a lot of people, they'll just make content when you can, and I get that. But because I'm doing it as like a job, it's like I try to set hours. Like this is exactly what I want to stream. I actually try to do that with working out too. And then I know my kids are going to be going to bed at like 8 o'clock. That's why if I were to start a stream late, that's why I'm waiting on my kids to go to bed. So if you have a consistent schedule, it definitely makes it a lot easier.
It helps. Right. Okay. Next question is for both of you. And I guess it's a collective brain question. When did you know your passion with YouTube would become something of a larger scale? Considering you have over 100,000 subscribers, which most people will never see in their content creation journeys. Again, when did you know your passion with YouTube would become something of a larger scale?
I think the real answer is we don't.
We don't. Yeah, I was gonna say we genuinely don't. Like even now, like I know that I see that the roof. I see it's much higher. Like we have a lot of room that we can get to. There's a much higher peak than where we're at.
Right.
I know that. But to be like, is this going to happen? Can it happen? I don't know. Like 100,000 subs, like that sounds cool and all, and you would think that that's like actually something financially feasible. But in today's world of YouTube, it's completely different. Your sub count doesn't matter. It's purely your algorithm. How are you handling like memberships and things like that? And it's just a completely different game.
Yeah, and really, I mean, for a long time, and even kind of still now, we look at the number because you're always tempted to look at the number.
Yeah,
but we were just happy to be playing Friday the 13th, doing weekly horror news, and if people stick around and want to hang out, that's awesome, and making some lifelong friends along the way too. That's just bonus.
Right.
Happy to keep doing it.
And that's why when we lost our job, I was so adamant that like I want to try this. I want to try YouTube because if I go get, which I have options, like I literally had 2 jobs offered to me that were more labor intensive jobs. One of them was working nights, and I'm sure that would have made more money doing those jobs. But I was like, man, I spent 10 years building this shit up. Like, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot with it, and if it works out, it works out, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So far, we're hanging on. so far, hanging on by a thread, but making it work.
And all it takes is one, dude, you know, in that sense too. And I get what you're saying, especially since, you know, as a content creator myself and who still has to have a full-time job in order to, you know, skate by, like you said, with pennies.
Yep.
It's something that I think I was more or less coming to the point of this question being, like you see yourself, okay, we have surpassed a certain number. We're cooking, right? We're cooking. Whether that, and you know, like you said, it's not even sub count at this point. And Nick said it as you're tempted to look, but to me, it's the question that I'm sorry, I'm rambling. The question I was trying to get to was, did it feel good to you to hit 10,000? 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, and then at 100K, you're like, fuck, maybe we can do something with this. We got the button. You know what I mean? And continue to go in that route. I don't know. Maybe the question was a little bit easier in my head.
So here's the thing that any content creator that's grinding right now and is finding success as you go, you're going to realize this very quickly. Every time you hit a milestone, you're over it immediately, and you just want to get to the next one. Like by the time you get there, because I thought like we hit 100K, I'm good, I'm satisfied. We got the button, right? There it is. We got the button. Like even when I got the button, like unboxed it, I was like, this is lit for 60 seconds, and I'm like, oh, I just don't even fucking care anymore.
Well, and it's like you said, YouTube has changed. Even in the last like 5 years, subscriber count isn't as impactful to your algorithm. It does help, but you just got to make quality content.
Yeah, that
exactly.
Honestly, I get more excited about certain changes. Like, so you actually, I think, noticed, Wheezy, that the new intro that we did. So we have the cold openings now and then the intro. Like, that shit makes me more excited than any milestones we've hit. Like, just seeing that, hey, look, our content looks better now than it used to, and things like that. You have moments where, like, a video will pop off and you celebrate that for 30 seconds, and then you're just finding a way to do it again. You're just constantly finding a way to do it again, and that's...
How can I repeat the success of the previous?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And once you get to that headspace, it's also annoying as shit, too, because what we did with Slashcast, all it ever was the passion project. It was never about the numbers. But then you have something pop off, and you're like, oh, I kind of want to do that again. So then you start focusing on the numbers, and now that I'm trying to do it as a full-time job, I'm more focused on the numbers than I want to be, and I don't like that mentality when making content. It's like, how do we get this how do we clickbait this next video, you know? I just it's an annoying place to be, and I'm trying to avoid that. Right now when we're covering news topics, it's shit that we genuinely care about. I know it's a lot of conspiracy tinfoil hat shit right now, but like that's what we like to do. That's the content we have fun making.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I get it, you know, and when I came from Evil Dead, you know, it started in Evil Dead, and that was my, you know, and Saber announcing, you know, sunsetting. I was scared because I had grown a community in the Evil Dead world. How the fuck am I going to continue this success in another game? And so with obviously TCM being announced, I was like, okay, let me start. But I'm still know that I'm going to lose numbers, right? And so focusing on that really did kind of consume me. But it ended up working out in my favor even more, because just, the sub count alone and the viewership alone from TCM became 10 times that of Evil Dead. So I get it.
So the F-13, it was, we fucking cried, bro. Like there's a recording out there somewhere of me reading the announcement and just like, like stopping.
Bring it back.
Yeah, because not only is you just lost something very special to you, because that game is more than a game to a lot of us, but it was also like, oh, now what do we do?
99% of our channel at that point was Friday the 13th.
Yeah, like now what do we do?
And it's terrifying, dude. It's terrifying, honestly, as content creators. You're like, fuck, man. Like, like as us in general, like I've dipped my toes into, Marvel Rivals or into like single player titles, even, let alone horror single player titles that didn't perform as well. And it just came to that point where it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
And so with the sunsetting news of TCM, I'm at that crossroads again. It's like, where do I go? Talk to my wife every night. Should I do this? Should I do that?
I do the same thing.
It's just, dude.
But yeah, I tell you now, I just told this to Nick Nasty too. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I was like, what kept us going with F-13 was staying consistent. It didn't matter how we spiced up content. As long as you keep posting and keep doing things, it's not gonna be the entire audience that you had with TCM or F-13 in our case, but some people are going to stick around. Some people are going to be there with you. And then when the next thing does come out, which was TCM, those people already be there, and you'll immediately get an algorithm push. And then you bring in a whole bunch of new people, and that's what happened. And that's what happened with Predator Hunting Grounds. That's what happened with TCM. And it's going to happen again with Halloween. It's going to happen whatever's next. And let's just keep pushing until then. Yep. Don't stop making shit.
Exactly. This whole group of TCM content creators, it's going to be, we're coming up, and then a game's gone. The ASIM world, you're just up, and then you're down, and then you're up, and then you're down. But you're going up.
Yeah. But there were several creators with F-13 where it died and they just stopped making content. Like, no, keep making fucking content. And then when the next thing comes, that audience is already there for you. Yep. Just keep making shit, man.
Right. And I'm telling you right now, Scout Dracula is going to save our lives. No,
it might be the shit. We don't know.
You never know. No, that's how I am right now with summer camp and Fear the Reaper and stuff that I'm covering that's coming out soon. I'm dipping my toes. We're getting established before anything even solid happens, and I think that's a good direction.
Yeah.
So
you're being smart about it. Just keep making
like you
content.
said, keep grinding, dude. Yeah. The grind never stops, man. Till the wheels fall off.
Till the wheels
Ash
fall
would say.
Off.
Okay, perfect. Well, sorry, this is another Riley question. But I guess it's for both of you. Let's touch base on your guys' weight loss journey, because now we're going to go into more of the emotional shit. When did the weight problems begin? And I want to
What do you mean problems? No, I'm
be honest.
Just kidding.
And what weight problem? What ultimately was the cause of them, and how have you handled them? Because we all know dieting and exercise are two of the hardest things to accomplish in life. Let's touch base. Let's get real here.
I'll go first because mine's shorter.
What do you mean?
I have less weight.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
So I hurt my foot. I was always a little bigger. Hurt my foot. Not able to exercise, super exhausted, in a lot of pain. Got my surgery, sat on my ass, recovering, coming back, foot pain still there, a lot of pain, can't really do a lot of exercising, gain more weight. Still having the foot problems, but locking in, eating less, eating better, a little bit of medication, suppressing the appetite. I'm down I'm down 24 pounds in 6-7 weeks. I'm 301, was hoping to be under 300. But as of yesterday, 301. Next week, I'll be under 300.
I hope I can say the same. No,
Badass.
That's where I'm at.
Keep it going, baby.
7
Yeah.
weeks. Let's go.
Yeah,
like that.
I've also always been a big guy, but I actually cut a significant amount of weight going in senior year of high school because I was playing linebacker, and then I got moved to defensive end. They immediately had me gain weight, and then I was recruited in college to play defensive end. But then when I got to college, I was 290 when I went to college, and then I ended up getting moved to nose guard in college, which your only job, for those that don't know, if you're in at defense tackle or nose guard and you're lined up there in that A gap like that, your one job is to take a double team. Be a big enough, strong enough guy that they need two guys to stop you. That was my job in college. So they wanted me at 330 by season, and I made it. But then when I gained all that weight, I found out my neck was broken. I had a fracture in my C7. And I didn't get cleared for fucking ever to play again. And so I just went down a depressing rabbit hole then, just like you were mentioning with Taco Bell and Baja Blast. There was a Taco Bell right next to my college that got hit up a lot my freshman and sophomore year of college. Put on a shit ton of weight then. I went through like a horrible depression run because at the same time that all happened and I was gaining weight in general, I thought my dad had cancer. And that fucked me up real bad, and he didn't.
Wow.
We're
good.
Thankfully, he's still kicking. He's doing good. But yeah, so that fucked me up, and I gained even more weight. And I pushed up over like 400 pounds probably in college, and then I cut it. Sorry, there's a super chat again. I missed several super chats, by the way.
Get it, baby, get it.
/report.
Go ahead and call them out.
Sinister, thank you. I saw some memberships. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry. We'll come back to them. I swear. I do appreciate you, though. I'm trying to cry. Let me cry. No. But, yeah, I then,
the story,
I moved to Chicago with my fiance at the time, now wife, that we lost a whole bunch of weight, 2019 into 2020. Both of us did. We both looked pretty damn good. And then COVID hit. Gained it all back, dude. I was hanging on for a while, just kind of staying at a little bit heavier. But then when my son was born, then I shot up and I gained a bunch of weight then. And I think last year, August of last year, September of last year, I peaked at like 410 again, which unbelievable. What the fuck is wrong with me? And now this morning I was 323. So getting
90 pounds, man. Yeah,
chipping away. This time I've like not just have I lost weight, I've put on quite a bit of muscle this time around too. So like actually training properly, eating properly. Yeah, that's and honestly a lot of that is because like I like I said I just want to see my kids grow up, and I was on the path of being dead in 10 years. So yeah. But my goal is to be under 300. I wanted to be under 300 by August 1st, and I don't. It's going to be close. I'm really dialed in right now. It's going to be close, but that's like another 20 pounds in 2.5 weeks. I don't know.
So, yeah.
At some point in August, I'll be under 300 pounds, and I have not been under 300 since high school. Like I mentioned, going into college, I was 290, and that's the last time.
Coming up on 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years since I've been under 300 pounds.
That's awesome. Yeah, and my weight loss journey started that same. It's kind of a story that I haven't really told a lot of people. Growing up the same, I had, a very heavy mother who just fed us processed, mac and cheese and McDonald's every, 3 times a week. And it ballooned. And throughout high school, I played defensive tackle as well. But it really became prevalent once my father passed away in 2017. I put on an extra, probably 80. And I peaked at about 417. And when this is kind of how it is, I'm going to veer for a second, if you guys don't mind. I got home from work one day and I had a immediate chest pain for some reason when I walked into the house, and it lasted about 5 minutes. Went about my night, went to work the next day, got home again, walked in the house, chest pain. Don't know what the hell happened. Don't know what's going on at this point. 3 days in a row, this happened. Only when I walked into my house. Okay. I lived in a single wide trailer at the time. And by the third time, I was like, okay, I have to go because it was unbearable. It started lasting about 10 minutes. This pain in my arm, in my chest, making me vomit.
Oh shit.
And I got to the hospital. They hooked me up to an EKG. I'm 30 years old at this time. This was back in 2019. And they said, hey man, all is clear. Looks great. You're having esophagus spasms. Word for fucking word. What the fuck is an esophagus spasm? Anyway, here for the next 12 days, you need to eat plain yogurt because apparently it was acidic reaction, kind of like heartburn, but like extreme. And so I followed the diet. 12 days, this happened 31 more times. Jesus. And on the 12th day, I was watching Avengers Endgame in the movie theater. And spoiler alert, fucking Iron Man dies. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh. I'm not joking you when I say this. I had a heart attack in the movie theater right when Iron Man died. We found out after 33 times that I had 33 small heart attacks each time that thing was happening to me. And I had a false diagnosis of esophagus spasms. I had immediate emergency surgery, had to be rushed to the hospital, stent put in my heart. I have a stent in my heart.
Jesus.
Okay. Bottom half of my valve was pinched on itself like this. This is kind of where the blood flows through right here. And it pinched itself every time I walked into my house. And we figured it out, and the doctors figured it out, that it was because of burning incense in my house without proper ventilation is what they determined the allergic reaction to be. 50,000 cases a year, reported cases a year for respiratory and heart problems due to burning incense. So just letting you guys know, without proper ventilation, that shit fucking is toxic. All right.
They say the same thing.
But I'm here to live,
melts,
dude.
By the way.
I survived 33 heart attacks.
That's
12 days.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It is kind of a fun story to say that you had a heart attack at the same time that his heart went out.
Yes, exactly. Because I was so sad. But what really kind of put that all into play is because obviously when you go to the hospital, they do a bunch of tests, and they found out that my A1C level, which is glucose level, if you guys don't know, was an 11, which is death range for a diabetic, right?
Uh-huh.
And so at this time, I'm 417 pounds, but my arteries were not clogged. Like they were fucking perfect. Sorry for cussing so much. I'm just going to cuss.
I don't care.
Yeah. They weren't clogged, but I had a ridiculously high A1C level. At that point, I was like, man, guy, I'm 30 years old. I just had so many heart attacks and I'm 400 plus pounds. This is not the way to live. And that day I made that decision to cut everything out. And so I stopped drinking soda, which was the hardest thing for me because it's the most delicious thing ever.
Yep.
And then fast food.
Yeah.
And just chicken every day forever, dude. That's literally all I eat. So
yep. Same, dude.
And we're down to 225 right now. That's so crazy. We're almost at a full-blown 200 pounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm convinced I can't get under 250, but we'll find out, won't we? I'm like, I gotta be holding at least 200 pounds of lean mass, right? Please?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Maybe not.
Well, thank you for sharing your story and your stories. And, I really hope people understand that if they ever need me to talk to them and I'm assuming you guys are open to any questions that you have about weight loss and that they can contact you as well.
Dude,
Perfect.
You know how everybody's got like, so your story, you almost fucking died, and that's what got your life together. Everyone says like there's that one time you see yourself, and that's when you're like, yeah, I need to fix my life. My wife took a photo of me golfing. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, if I could switch to like this.
I can, yeah.
Do you see that, bro? Oh my God. That was the photo that did it for me. I saw that. I'm like, oh, what the Jesus. I was like, that is, oh, sorry. I was like,
no, I'm just, I'm just
is-
gone.
That is
no,
disgusting.
real,
I still see that. I'm like, whoa.
Looking at old photos is the weirdest thing for me, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, even dating back to high school, it's just weird, dude. But yeah. Okay, next question, and we're about halfway through, and some of these are going to start popping off into more horror shit. So everybody watching, I promise you, we'll get to some cool shit. Is there anything in your guys' YouTube career that you wish you had done differently or regret, or has everything lined up how you've wanted it? And strictly slash and cast related here.
I don't know. I'm like a pretty big believer in everything happens for a reason, and I think a lot of times, like things have just kind of played out for us. Where you can call it luck, and there's always luck in this game, but like we did the right things at the right time to find the luck. You know, it wasn't like, oh, we didn't earn it. I always felt like we've given ourselves the best opportunity to succeed.
Yeah, put in the hard work at the right time.
Yeah,
to get the luck.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely been, things in our personal lives, like you're good, I'm not good.
Yeah.
I'm good, you're not so good. Like it, and some of that. I mean, we have brought back slash and cast. We've done it and killed it. How many times now? Like 5, 6.
You're right.
I wish we could have stayed consistent with that, but life happens. Shit happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're chilling. I don't know if we regret anything.
Yeah, I'm not big on regret. I don't know. I don't like living in the past. There's a lot of things I want to do, and there's a lot of things, especially right now. I have a huge Google Doc of like shit I want to do, and I'm like, is it worth the risk of breaking the algorithm? So that's where I'm at right now. I was like, there's a million interviews I want to do, and I've been joking around about this like weightlifting show that I want to do, but I actually think it'd be funny because there's so many horror icons who are just jacked. And like the stuntmen and things like that. I think it'd be fun to take like what is hot ones, and instead of wings, you replace it with reps and sets, and you just work out with these horror icons and do what we're doing right now, where you get to know people way more intimately in like an actual fun environment that they appreciate. Like I think Tom Savini, like guys like that, Tom Savini, your Kane Hodders, guys like that would love to
just rip some reps.
Yeah, and like those, nobody ever asked them questions about that type of stuff. And when you look like that, when you look like Kane and you look like James Courtney and you look like Derek Mears, you're like, fitness is a big part of your life, and I bet you they love talking about that shit. So I think it'd be cool to interview them and have them put you through a brutal workout at the same time. So just, right, Ken Kersinger's first on my list. If I could just get him to agree to do it.
First episode. Right. Perfect. Yeah, and I think from my experience, it's the thing that I was like always ask myself is like, what if when I started my channel I liked playing Dead by Daylight?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man. Like we missed that out, but it's just something that I will never ever regret starting an Evil Dead, is because I enjoyed that franchise. I enjoyed that game, and I'm not going to be the one to say like, fuck, I wish I would have been a Dead by Daylight player or a Dead by Daylight content creator because of the ASIM world or Fortnite, whether that be in 2017, and just how it all plays out. So I really like your answers. Okay. And I literally wrote this in the notes. Okay. Now the fun part. Let's discuss video games. Okay. I first discovered you guys at the tail end of F13 videos. Okay. On your channel, as I was heavily into Fortnite at the time and Call of Duty and shooters and shit. I never really played horror titles until Friday the 13th. And what has F-13 the game meant to you?
It's everything, man. Like honestly, it's one of the reasons I want Gun to succeed. Like I don't want to have to be the one shitting on Gun all the time, and I hope they know that too. Like I think sometimes they might hear only the negative shit that people say or like we say. Like we try to be pretty constructive. I think sometimes they piss me off too much and I lose my constructive criticism. But like, dude, I always say, look how truly passionate they are as fans. You know, they design great games. They just fumbled the live service on TCM. And I think a lot of that comes back to, you know, who they end up picking as a
Sunset
developer.
Towers.
Right. It comes back. But they still hired them. They should have known better. I think all of us got worried when we saw Black Tower on this. Like, well, what have they shown up to this point where it says that they could handle the live service of this? And you think Gun would have that same breakdown, but I guess not. But yeah, like so F-13, without F-13, like, the channel never would have popped. It would, and I can't imagine the Slash and Gas show would have stayed alive all these years. It probably would have held on for a while, would have kept it going, but I can't imagine it would have gone anywhere.
Well, even not anyone at Gun or Phonics, someone a little higher up reached out to us that was involved in Friday the 13th the game and brought us out, and we did some consulting. And years later, that ended up helping us get our jobs with Boss Team, which, I mean, financed this, finance our lives for a couple of years. And so yeah, I mean, we definitely would not be sitting right here without Friday the 13th the game.
I don't think I'd still be making videos, or at least not in the horror space. I'd probably still be doing videography and things like that, but it would be completely client work.
A part of me always wanted to do YouTube since I was in, fucking middle school when YouTube just came out, and I always wanted to do that. Whether it was, I mean, it wasn't horror at that time. It was gaming. It was variety. It was everything like that. So maybe I would have tried doing something like that. Wouldn't have saw much money and probably would have ended up having to hang it up just because gotta work.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we genuinely owe like everything to that game. So, and it is like to this day, it holds up. It's still a lot of fun to play. I've been having a blast playing on the DNS servers. So when people say it's just a game, that one not so much with that game. It's a little bit more than that. I mean, so many friends that we still have to this day. Yeah, it's just it was a game changer.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, I agree. And like you said, you don't know what you would have been able to do, and like just taking that and riding it till the very end and we're still playing it.
Yeah.
Shh, we're still playing it. Transitioning from F-13 into Evil Dead the game. We kind of touched base on this already, but again, this was a two-parter. How did that make you feel? Knowing it was a fresh IP and that numbers might hinder because it's not your source material of Slash and Cast at the time.
I think we were just excited, because it was, like I said earlier, it was about after F-13. It was how stay alive till the next one. That's just what it is. Stay alive till the next one, and there was Predator Hunting Grounds, and then Evil Dead. Evil Dead, that scenario was a little weird, because we were under NDA for that game because we consulted on it back in 2019.
It was 2019.
Yeah. So the last real E3. So we consulted on that game way back then. And then, 3 years later it comes out. But I actually, I got the job with Boss Team 2 months before that game came out. So I wasn't working on the game. I didn't really do shit for that game other than like the first consulting session we did, which I guess a lot of that, not what we said or anything like that, but it was like a lot of the things that they presented to us to give feedback on ended up making it to the game.
Yeah, like, hey, do you think this would work?
Yeah, it was a lot of that.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like it should be this.
Yeah, give us your game design ideas.
No.
It was like here's where we're going. What do you think of this?
Yeah.
And then I didn't really do any work on that except there's some like Savini Ash art, like the red variant. I did some work on some of the graphics for that. I made the Comic-Con booth, the San Diego Comic-Con booth. I designed that for Evil Dead. But other than that, that was it. So that was a little bit weirder because that was the start of me not knowing what I can and can't say about working on boss team games, which is actually, it's one of the things where I'm a little bit of sigh of a relief that I don't work there anymore, because it was going to get really funky with Halloween. Because like Evil Dead was kind of, I didn't really work on it, so I felt like I had a lot of wiggling room to say what the hell I wanted to say and whatnot. And I was a contractor, I wasn't an employee, so we always had a disclaimer. If you can go back to watch our old Evil Dead videos, there's a disclaimer that says like, hey, we're contracted, but we're not paid to say anything. So yeah, that was a little bit weird, but what a missed opportunity that game is, because it had so much it could have done, so much more DLC, so many more maps. It's another one that just pisses me off looking back.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, it was starting to ramp back up too. We were getting a couple good updates towards the end, and then the end.
The end.
Yeah.
No chat.
Fucking
no chat, man.
Yeah, dude, and I have a fucking Game Informer. I have a gold Game Informer. There's only 90 of them in the world, and I have one of them. And I got it signed by Ted Raimi with the hopes that he was going to end up being in the game. And nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, same question, but this time it applies to TCM. Coming from Evil Dead the game into Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game, was it the same approach, or was it handled differently this time?
TCM I knew was going to be the game we had to run with. Because I had a lot of faith in Gunn and Gunn's game design, which ended up being right about, but then,
they blew it.
But yeah, I was like, I know what they're going to do marketing wise here. We kind of like just understand the way Gunn functions now, we just kind of see. So we knew it was going to work out. So I was like, all right, we're go all in on this game. That was kind of a no brainer. And it's the closest so far it's felt to like the F-13 days, where people were just as excited as we were, covering the news as we go. Every little detail, every little flyer that went out, it was a video.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
pedals into the tech test, into, it was such a great campaign, honestly. And with the community hub that we all bought our Leatherface rubs on, right? The steak rubs.
It's not bad, by the way.
Really set the tone, in my opinion, for how immersive and like even them with Gunn, like you said, how they make video games is they're so fucking good, and that they go in and they even recorded sounds in Texas and found out what flowers bloom in August.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the detail is ridiculous. And I just wish that dedication to like the first, I don't know, I guess the introduction of the craft would fall into live service, but it's also not just on Gunn. We keep, people keep shitting on Gunn Media and Gunn Interactive, but a lot of it came into Black Tower not being able to really live service the game like they wanted to.
If Gunn,
and I think Gunn has 15 employees, like, you know what I mean?
Like that.
Small dev teams.
I don't even know if it's that many. It might be 12.
I think it was 12, but I think the last update was 15. But
had they handled the sunsetting announcement and things like that better, I think we would have been a lot nicer.
If it wasn't right after the PlayStation Plus deal, if it didn't end with a stay tuned, full potential, all that shit.
Yeah. And the
fact that they have tweeted more after sun setting than they did before.
Dude, there's honestly,
it really reminded me of Saber's last 108 days. I'm sorry to cut you off, Riley.
No, go ahead.
Saber and Evil Dead, the last update that they had before they sunsetted was 108 fucking days on Twitter. That is insane that they didn't mention anything before that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Before the sunset announcement.
Yep. Yeah. And then Gun, where Gun, this is a pro and a con, and unfortunately it's shined as a con a lot more with TCM. With their passion and how personable they are, like, so you get it, like, we know who Matt is, we know who Wes is, we know who Ronnie is, and you get to know those people. And when shit hits the fan, you start pointing fingers at those people, and we call out Matt, we call out Wes and whatnot, and they eventually get to a point where they take it too goddamn personally, and that's just a tough spot to be in a passionate fan base. That's how it goes. And they ended up calling out people. Like Matt, I still can't believe Matt went into the fan subreddit and screenshot shit and posted on his own Twitter. Like, that is asinine, unprofessional shit, and I would hope he knows that now.
But then he responded with, if that's unprofessional, then I'm unprofessional.
Yes. Way to go. Thanks for confirming that for us.
And how do you think Wes handled that? You know, because with Matt still being employed to this day by Gunn, you know, he had to have had at least some form of, you know, discipline, right? Or talking to, as you would say.
I think a lot of the times, I don't want to say Wes encourages things like that. I think Wes is open to people being people and being who they want to be on social media.
Right.
I do think, look what happened. Matt is off of Twitter. Matt is very rarely on streams. Sid's the face now. He learned to take his upgraded job of brand ambassador and stop being the community guy. He figured it out.
Right.
It just took a while to get there. And hopefully that continues to apply. Because I tell you what, we've met Sid a few times now. Sid is by far the most level-headed person I've met at Gun. I'm not saying other people are like fucking psychos or anything, but Sid, they went up to us at Scarefest, and Sid was like, "Hey, I've seen your videos, and I just want to let you know I don't give a shit. Like, you guys hate stuff. That's cool. Like, I'm not offended at all." And it was super, super nice to us.
Yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah, and I was like, okay,
that's cool.
I was like, that's what the community manager needs to do. And yeah, that's so. Unfortunately, they also had to put their name on the sunsetting announcement, and they did not deserve that. Sid didn't deserve that, the hate that came as a result of that, because Wes approved that, licensors approved that messaging, but that's where we are now. But in the future,
well, it's been since April 15th since Wes has tweeted.
Yeah, Wes doing that interview. I actually can't believe he agreed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. The thing is, I want to hear from them more again, but it also scares me. It scares me to hear from Wes or Matt, because if they say the wrong thing, they're getting shit on, and it's going to be rough. For the rest of Matt's life, he's going to be hearing, "Sorry, you're going through things," and that's tough.
Sorry, you're going through things. I'm gonna call it now. Okay, you guys heard it here first. Wes's next tweet, all right, is going to be the dude in the car going like this.
Yeah, it probably will be.
100% or the fucking eyeball emoji. Yeah. And that is it. Okay. I guarantee it.
Probably will be.
Okay. Perfect. We're moving along. Now I wrote this. Get this. Now the super fun part.
Yes.
And there's only 3 things left, and then we're through the questions that I had for you guys. But this might be too much, but it might be just right. Give me your top 5 horror franchises of all time.
Ooh.
Does
it have to be in order?
It does not, but I would prefer it, or I think we all would prefer it. 5 to 1, baby.
Well, let me just get 5. Let me get 5 out there.
You got to rank it now. Maybe no ranking. Maybe if it's easier.
I think out of horror franchises in general, I think Scream is the top dog. It's never really missed to me. I know Scream 3 gets a lot of hate, but come on.
Right.
Scream's in my list. I don't know if it's number one for me.
So Scream is no skippables. As you can see, Scream for sure somewhere around here.
Yeah.
One of mine's too.
I think from the golden era of slashers in the 80s, I think F-13's the best franchise.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's
Favorite, yeah.
while it doesn't have that Halloween film, it doesn't have like peak of cinema type film in it. They've hit consistently enough where I think that franchise just did the best. It didn't. It never like completely missed until later on. When like Jason Goes to Hell was like you could be Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't know.
How dare you?
I don't know.
Jason Takes a Boat.
Yeah. Jason was just always fun to watch. Where I didn't really get pissed off until he was gone, until he wasn't there. Like that's not the case with Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, Dream Child kills me. You know, Dream Master's okay.
Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead. You know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Cool.
So Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Just because of 1, 3, and 7, it's enough to be in my list. And I feel like I have to say Evil Dead because you talk about not missing. Evil Dead continues to hit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I completely agree. Probably as far as personal ranking for me, that's a different order. But yeah,
that was not a ranking. I would have to flip some things around.
That's exactly the same. I want to say I Know What You Did Last Summer, but nah, I think you got to put
franchise.
You got to put Evil Dead in there.
Yeah, because
you only really have 2 until the new one, right? Because we don't count Always No.
I don't know what
we don't count that.
I don't know what
right?
that film is. Yeah.
What is that movie?
That music video? It's a great music video.
If you guys ever watched, you guys are huge fans of James A. Janice over at Dead Meat, because I know you guys talk about him a lot. Have you ever seen his kill count for I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yep. Yep.
How he starts that fucking kill count, I have to watch it probably once a month. He's like, okay, and now the kill count for I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. This movie fucking sucks.
This movie,
and it just goes right into it.
Yeah, that movie's rough, dude. That movie's rough. But I have seen that many times. I've seen it.
But
with
I agree.
Commentary.
I agree. And like you said, with Scream, I don't think there is a skippable, dude. Honestly, his Scream might be the upper echelon because you have your Freddy's Dead, which is just, I mean, I could skip it. Halloween 4 and 5, even for me,
4
is it's rough, dude. I'm a huge sucker for Resurrection. I'm sorry.
Oh, so
I'm sorry. But like, do your thing, cuz like there's some things in TCM that's like, fuck, man.
Dude,
do I skip
the TCM franchise sucks. Like, I'm sorry, the world needs to hear. Like,
and the
biggest fall off in horror history.
I like 2, but I do think 2 is people like that movie a little too much sometimes.
I like 2, but it's not good.
I actually like 3 more than 2, but like 4 is really bad. The remake's good and the prequel that's good, but like Leatherface is bad. TCM 3D is bad. 2022 is bad.
We're not. The Netflix film was.
It's all right.
When we finished it, I looked over at my wife because I made her watch it. I looked over and I said, "Holy shit! I'm so sorry."
That's like the first TCM. I think it's my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It's one of the best horror films ever. But yeah, it's that franchise falls off so unbelievably hard, and it's funny. Like, how can you not see what makes the first film so special? Where's the grit? Where's the family? What are you doing here? Why is it not a gorgeous actual trying to get an Oscar type film? Like what are you doing? Yeah.
Right. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Last 2. Now, top 5 films. And we're talking horror. We're still talking horror. Not the franchise alone, but individual films. And if you want to save this for a video, you can tell me to fuck off.
No, it's fine.
But yeah,
like Desert Island, you can only bring 5.
Only bring 5 movies.
You can only bring 5 movies, 5 horror films.
I think I have 4 of them locked. That 5th one might be
4 locked.
The 5th one might be getting me.
Halloween. I'll do mine first.
Yeah,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
Halloween.
1978.
Yeah. No, Rob Zombies. Halloween. The first Halloween is my favorite movie of all time. Scream. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna no.
I gotta write them down.
So if we're doing the island one, where it's basically I need to get the most rewatchable films for me. So I knew what you did last summer, and there's a curveball for you. Thanksgiving.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oof. I love
love
Eli Roth.
It's a curveball for you, but
I got an Eli Roth in my top 5, but you already know.
Cabin Fever.
I've simped for it enough. Yes. Do you want me to go next, Nick? I can.
Go ahead.
I got mine locked. All right. So for me, again, it pulls back to my Mother of the Year award. I still think the original Exorcist affected me so much that it's cliche to throw it in my top 5, but I don't care. The original Exorcist, Halloween, Cabin Fever. I don't understand. It's just top 5 rewatchables for me. Like you said, we're bringing it to an island. But these two are off the wall that not a lot of people talk about. The Taking of Deborah Logan, I was flabbergasted with, and As Above, So Below. Those are my most 5 rewatchables for sure.
As Above, So Below is great.
Ooh.
I need to rewatch The Taking of Deborah Logan apparently because I could have sworn I didn't like that movie the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I had to look through and be like, oh, yep, that's the one. That's my number 5. All right, I got mine. Number 1,
Gotcha.
the GOAT, Carrie.
Gary.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. OG Scream.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to say Scream 6, but I'm going to say the OG Scream. The Final Chapter, Friday the 13th, Part 4.
I almost said that. I almost said
Part 4
Street too.
And my last one that snuck in, Silence of the Lambs.
It's a good one. That's a
Nice.
Good one.
Perfect. Yeah, and if we did a top 10, like the movies that you guys mentioned would have like fully on me, like TCM, Scream 1 for sure. You know, F-13 Part 4 still my favorite as well.
Dude, another 2 random movies that I like could watch on loop: The Faculty and Disturbia. I don't know; those movies never get old to me. Put them on loop.
Yes.
It's a soundtrack.
Yes,
Both of them have kick-ass soundtracks.
Highly suggested film right now. Night Swim. No, I'm just kidding.
10 out of 10.
Bring Her Back. Have you seen it yet?
No.
I have not,
Fuck.
No.
It's an absolute must watch, dude.
It wasn't showing around here.
It's on the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm gonna go watch it after
Must
this.
watch. Yeah, watch it tonight. Watch it tonight. Fuck it. All right, last topic. Very random. I'm just gonna read. I don't even remember what this is, to be honest. When it comes to art, now I remember. When it comes to art, whether that be directors, musicians, actors, etc., do you believe in the ability to separate person from art?
Oh.
I'll give you some examples. Kanye West, Victor Salva, 2 of the biggest pieces of shit ever that were extremely talented at their craft. Do you believe in the ability to separate person from art?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I don't like when that artist, when that person continues to profit off of that art, like Victor Salva, for example. But I'm not going to hate Jeepers Creepers because of who Victor Salva is.
Same.
Like, so many more people worked on those types of projects that make those things what they are than just, like, the piece of trash. And I tell you right now, if you are incapable of separating the artist from the art, stop watching anything made in Hollywood. because every single one in
Facts.
some way, shape, or form is going to have a piece of shit attached to it.
The list.
The list, brother.
The list. Wait. I follow Stephen King. He said that I shouldn't believe in it. So, I don't know. So.
I woke up this morning, I rolled over, looked at my phone. That was the first fucking thing I saw. I'm like, this dumbass. I couldn't believe that.
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit, sure.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah. I just don't like when they continue to profit off it. Like, I don't, if a Jeepers Creepers figure were to come out today and Victor Salva was getting a bag as a result of it, I would struggle to support that as much as I love Jeepers Creepers.
Because Jeepers Creepers is awesome.
Yeah. But
Let's talk about an incredible film. I mean, one of the most iconic scenes for me as far as horror, when he's dumping the bodies and they're driving by, fucking terrified me, dude. Like, it was just so well made.
I still get goosebumps.
Again,
yeah, it still holds up.
Chills.
It's still one of the scarier scenes.
Oh, and Justin Long is easily one of the most underrated horror actors ever, dude. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The true
He's been in some
Scream
bangers.
King.
Tusk, Barbarian,
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell. I mean, there's so many that are iconic to me. And I think we all really just kind of associate Justin Long with comedy, but he's more of everything, really. He's done it all.
I mean, he's been mainly horror lately,
Lately, yeah.
But I tell you what, Accepted, add that to my rewatchability list. That's one of my favorite movies.
Right. Perfect. And Nick, I'm assuming you agree that you can separate the person from artist or from art.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like Kanye West music, though.
I'm not a big Kanye fan.
No.
Never really have been. Maybe Stronger.
Right. Yo, 808s and Heartbreak got me through a lot of tough times,
I
man.
miss the old Kanye.
That's all I wrote. That's it. So
we did it.
Thank you for answering my questions. And I want to quickly go on a tangent and thank you both for having me. Because I don't normally do shit like this. I play video games. You know what I mean? So this was new to me. I've done podcast interviews with other content creators, but I've never kind of started one in the sense of like me kind of hosting the first half of that. And I truly appreciate you both for that. So thank you for popping my cherry, as you will.
No, that was a ton of fun, dude. Thank you for taking the time to make such good questions and like actually give a shit about what we have to say. Yeah. I really do appreciate it.
I'm happy for that, man.
It was awesome having you on. Now we got to argue about shit, right? We have to live up to the title of Horror Debates.
And now it is your floor. What are we going to fucking talk about?
Well, so what you said your favorite movie, is it like The Exorcist still or
like favorite horror film?
Yeah.
The OG, we're talking Exorcist, not Heretic.
Would you like my hot take of The Exorcist is the most overrated film of all time? How do you feel about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
It's I think The Exorcist is a good movie. I do. But it often gets kind of still put on the pedestal of scariest movie of all time, and I've never felt that way. I don't know.
I agree.
I guess I didn't see it when I was 8 years old, and I think that would probably make all the difference.
I think what really fucked me up watching The Exorcist at 8 years old was when my mother screamed while scary shit was happening, which made it worse because she was so loud. And after the movie ended, she went to the closet and busted out a bunch of fucking crystals and saged the house. And that's when I was like, oh shit. Like, we got crystals and sage. Funny.
That actually would be fucking
scary
as a kid, to be honest.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
I was like, wait, what? What I just watched was real? Like,
right, exactly. Yeah.
Funny story quickly about that, because my mother was born in 1967. Exorcist came out a few years after. My mother had to babysit my brother when my grandparents went to the theater to watch The Exorcist. And my mother distinctly remembers grandma coming home and not saying a word, walking past my mother upstairs into my mother's closet, grabbing the Ouija board, walking downstairs, walking outside, and throwing it directly in the trash. She said it was no words were said.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's pretty funny.
I see someone said Exorcist 3 over OG, and I actually agree with that.
Same.
I'm an Exorcist 3 guy.
It's Exorcist 3 was good, dude.
Yeah.
One of the very first jump scares, officially documented, I guess.
I think it's
most
still
famous jump scares.
I think it's still the best jump scare of all time.
I think
It has to be. It has to be.
I think part of like your Exorcist still being your favorite is like the experience you had with it.
Yeah.
Because like
Right.
like for me, the first time I saw Carrie was at a drive-in theater. That was my first time ever watching it. It was just the atmosphere, and I mean it's a great film anyway. But just the way that I saw it, hanging out with the boys at the drive-in, like it hit different, and just it stuck with me. And
You're
even
right.
upon rewatches at home, still just love it.
I've seen Carrie a million times before that, and still there was something special about that screening. I don't know. That was cool as shit. Seeing Scream with a crowd at an outdoor screening as well was super cool. It was all huge Scream fans. It was introduced by Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, and Matthew Lillard. Like that also somehow made that film even cooler for me, which I didn't think was possible. Yeah, it does. Everything changes once you see it in an environment like that with people who appreciate it as much as you do.
Yeah. It's like going to a con, dude. You know? It's like you read about cons or you can see videos of it on YouTube, but it's not the same until you fucking go to one, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right, Nick. Maybe nostalgia is really hitting me right in the balls here.
Maybe.
I haven't
is a good movie.
rewatched The Exorcist in a couple of years, but the last time that I did, it was just so I can scare the shit out of my kids.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't, I was really just looking over at them, like just waiting, you know what I mean? Really not paying attention. So maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm going to start a letterbox list movies that I think are scarier than The Exorcist.
I don't know how many there really are.
Night Swim.
It's scary bad.
Night Swim.
Yeah, so scary I want to turn it off.
What about the monkey? What is it? The monkey?
I like the monkey.
Yeah, Monkey's good.
The monkey was pretty good. It's one I recently watched.
I've seen Weapons brought up
Like
a couple times. I've intentionally, other than the first teasers of Weapons, I've avoided everything.
Same.
Because that feels like one of those movies that's going to be so much better if you don't know shit about it.
It's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She was in, what's her name? I can't remember her fucking name, but she was in Ozark. She was like Ruth in Ozark.
Oh.
Shoot. She's the main character of Weapons.
Yeah. Why am I zoning out her name? Freak.
She's extremely good in Ozark. If you haven't seen that.
Julia Gardner.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Right.
Gardner.
Yes. Yeah.
Julia Gardner.
Yeah. She's she's good. She got a lot of flack for like the end of Ozark and that performance, and I'm like, what do you mean? She was incredible.
Wolfman? Wolf Space Man?
Yes.
Wolfman. Yeah.
She got a lot of flack for that one too.
She's also the Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four.
What? Ooh. I'm just there for Pedro, honestly.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal's fantastic foreskin.
Yep.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. What was I had?
I have a random question too. Just randomly thought. Do you think DVD fucked up by not making Daryl Dixon an actual character and just a legendary skin, or do you think it's because it's Rick and Michonne, it has to be that? Should they have added 3? I don't know why I just thought of that.
I think their monetization strategy was to take who would you want to buy the most and make them the $15 skin.
Yep.
I think that's where it was. Like, who can we justify charging $15 for? Daryl, and that's where
Daryl
they
for
ran
sure.
with it. Yeah, Because
Gotcha.
everyone's gonna buy that fucking thing. Everyone, me, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, you're buying it.
Yeah, so I think that was just a strategy. And it does make sense where the show is at with Rick and Michonne and where The Walking Dead currently is. Yeah, having them be together makes sense.
Yeah.
So
And the 19th spinoff, right?
right.
Yeah.
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 I do think I am ready for DBD to behavior. Hear me out on this one. I'm not in your creative program, so I'll be more aggressive. I'm ready for behavior to man the fuck up and stop milking only A tier licenses. Like, you have way big enough of a community. There are plenty of people there where you can justify doing smaller licenses and make plenty of money doing it. Where, like, show us that you're actually horror fans. I've been waiting on that forever, man. Like, now they have a big enough team where there are plenty of real horror fans. But when you do shit like many years ago, I'm beating a fucking dead horse here. But when you have Leatherface and he doesn't have the right color chainsaw, that annoys the fuck out of me. You know, things like that annoy the hell out of me. So now things have changed. Your team has grown. Show us your real horror fans over there, and go get Hatchet. Go get Pumpkinhead. Go get Tall Man. Come on.
Would have been
Gremlins. Anything, bro.
would have been really fun to see Candyman before Tony Todd.
Candyman. Yeah, like that's not like they should have been pushing that shit.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, now you have I Know. Like you should. I mean, should do that.
The completionists alone that don't even care about the licenses. They're going to want to buy it to complete and own everything and give them a killer perk.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say no to things like The Walking Dead, but now that you're like talking about fucking Star Wars before you actually go and get some other horror IPs, you're killing me. Like, I know Darth Vader is cool. I know that, but it's a horror game. Go get the horror licenses that you've been neglecting for years. Jesus. Please.
Right.
That's my message to behavior for the day.
Did you guys watch the Stranger Things trailer today?
Yes, sir. I did. It was hot.
Super hot.
I keep wanting to get out of the game and make fun of that show for how long it takes to get seasons out, and then they drop a trailer. I'm like, fuck, that looks good. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I mean, it looks awesome. But in November, if I'm correct, with the release of Stranger Things, in November on the roadmap that Behavior released, there is a license chapter.
License killer and 2 survivors.
Vecna, Hopper, and Jane. I mean, are we calling it?
It's
because
sounding
the timeline matches it.
A lot of the rumors and leak people, which you never know if you can trust them.
I have a source.
But yeah, a lot of them are saying Resident Evil again, another Resident Evil one.
Gotcha.
Which again, dude, like, cool. I know. I love Resident Evil 2. We already got 2 of them. Maybe, go get another horror license. Like, why? I don't get it. There are so many IPs that they could grab. They could take probably like a 90% cut of some of these, where they would be like, people just would love to see their character make it into a game. Like Toxic Avenger, for example. Like, you really think they'd charge that much for Toxie? They were willing to do last year. So, like, Dead by Daylight could easily run with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're killing me.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But now they just got 2 of the biggest horror IPs ever back to back. So, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Who am I to say? They made a lot more money than I ever will. So,
where is DBD 2? Where's the sequel?
I would like to see
stay tuned.
I'd like to see real, quote unquote, real horror fans that like all the more niche classic IPs. I'd just like to see them get some shit to represent them.
Yeah, I would love
Tremors and Kevin Bacon. Please make it happen.
You got Nick Cage.
Where's the Jaws chapter? Actually, that's another thing I'd like to see in Dead by Daylight too. Is the Nicolas Cage thing obviously worked. You could just take a celebrity and throw him in there as Survivor, and we'll buy in.
Justin Long.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, get Justin Long. You can even, if you want to go get your big boys, go ahead. Go get Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, throw him in there. We'll totally buy it. Any celebrity you can take and do voice lines with, people will like it.
Skarsgård. They could have fun with his eyes in there.
Sure.
on DVD.
Yeah. You could do it with so many people. If you can't go and get the licenses, then you can still get the people.
Yeah.
Why not? But yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I have not seen any of the Strangers movies. I just thought I'd get that off my
Oh.
chest.
Oh,
I thought I'd get that off my chest.
yo, Damien, did you hear that?
He's not here. I made sure.
I made sure. I love
Well, you-
the original Strangers.
It's on my list. After I know, I'm gonna watch Sinners, and then I'm gonna watch Strangers.
I really enjoyed Prey at Night. It's just a much inferior film to the first Strangers. But then Strangers Chapter 1, that movie was dog shit.
That's what I heard.
They can take
Yeah.
Chapter 2 and shove it up their bum. I don't even want it. Cancel the trilogy.
Yeah. I mean, part 2 may hopefully at least is a step up. But
The trailer didn't convince me. Maybe I'm wrong, but the trailer, I was like, oh. Oh, that's not good. That doesn't look very good either.
we're like, oh, it's fucking Halloween 2. But
Yeah.
strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Perfect. What was your take on Bloodlines?
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
randomly here.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah. I still.
I think it's my second favorite horror movie of the year.
Yeah.
Is it the second best or the third or fourth? Fuck. Well, we know it's better than 4.
Correct.
Um,
I like it more. I like it more than 5, as well. But I don't like it
Right.
more than any of the first 3.
I have it above 2 as well for me.
Above
2.
Final Destination 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's selfish.
so do you go 1-3-6,
316.
2, 3-1-6? Ooh, yes.
I think I have
I
3-2-1, maybe 3-1-2. It's those can flip, but 3 is definitely my favorite.
agree. And okay. Let's go on this tangent here. Is what's better, the MRI kill from 6 or the tanning bed? What are we talking here?
Both have a. I'm trying to. I don't want to spoil anything because Pack Attack said not to do spoilers. I won't go into the details of that. But
Oh, my fault. Yeah,
no, it's all right.
I forgot. It's still
It's his fault. Go watch it. It's been out forever. Both were done a lot more practically than I would have thought. But I think I really appreciate the stunt work of Final Destination 3's the tanning bed kills, because they literally put that fireproof liquid on them, and
Yeah.
they just went and they actually filmed a lot of that, and it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Also, that one's I'm not scared to go to an MRI all of a sudden, but I don't like the idea of going in a tanning bed anymore. I think it sticks with you a little bit more.
But then I watched Jennifer Love Hewitt get in one, and I Still Know What You Last Summer, and I'm like, I'm in.
We gonna get in there with her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got to.
Cancer in a box, or as Carla says, this is the safe son. No, it's not, Carla.
I don't care. I will hop right in.
It's yeah. But the first 3 Final Destination films are just so much. They feel more like horror films, and they're a much darker color grade in general. Like they just are a little bit grittier. After 4, Final Destination became very bright and livid, and a lot of CGI, man.
Well, after 3, they
Especially
were,
4.
after 3, so starting with 4, they were like, oh yeah, we're over the top crazy.
Uh-huh.
Like even the first 3, there wasn't anything super, super crazy.
Yeah.
But then in 4, they're like, we know what you guys want.
Yeah, and I guess they were right, because I think a lot of the reviews you saw of Bloodlines were that. It's like, the kills were crazy. And it's like, yeah, but
At least Bloodlines kind
CGI.
of brought it a little back. Had a decent story with it.
dude,
Yeah,
Bloodlines did
I
so
don't
much
mind the
shit practically.
CGI. Really, I mean, obviously, I would prefer practical, but there's a lot of things that really played in with Bloodlines for me that was like, okay, I mean, that was a good hour and a half, 2 hours wasted, or not wasted, but
Yeah.
it fulfilled me. Like it wasn't like I felt cheated.
I like the characters in 6. The whole Clash of Clans Fortress crap, I hate that. I think that's just stupid. But whatever. But yeah, the characters are fun, and that's what makes that movie work. It's funny because they did a lot of shit practically. If you go watch the behind the scenes of Bloodlines, like the MRI kill, the garbage truck,
The trash can. Yeah.
like it was done very practically, but they just cover it up with CGI. You know, and it's just you feel
Kind
like
of took away from it.
yeah, you feel like nothing was done practically when you watch it, but that's not the case. Like there's a lot of practical elements in there. But that's what happens when you CGI blood to this day. Still, it doesn't work. We're not there yet. Liquid sims have gotten amazing. You could do some incredible liquid animations, but for some reason, blood still you could just tell something ain't right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think, honestly, you know, the MRI, the tanning bed, and I mean, even though 5 wasn't the best, the gymnastics death to me is just so it's what brings me like memories of like what I remembered most. Like there's like fucking 76 saw traps, dude. I can't tell you half of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those 3 at least stick out for me.
I think the gymnastics death is the one that like you feel that kill. That one's brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah, it also comes out of
Absolutely.
nowhere. That's one of the best examples of misdirection in the franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
You're watching the screw the whole time on the balance beam. You're just not sure where this is
The air
leading.
conditioner.
Yeah, the air conditioner, the fans loose, all that, and you're just watching all this stuff, and then nope. How about she gets snapped in half? And that's another one of those that like you could totally see it happening. Like that, it feels like a kill that you now every time you watch the Olympics, you're like, oh fuck, don't slip, don't slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really wish I could remember that question that I had in my head, and it's just gone. It's gone forever. So outside of horror, what is your favorite movie, you think?
It's a Justin Long film, believe it or not. And this is where it kind of gets weird for me, is because, you know, in the public eye, I'm a horror content creator, but I really enjoy comedy, and I'm obsessed with rom-coms, dude.
Hell yeah.
And it's a movie called Comet. If you haven't seen it, you got to look it up. It was indie, fucking 2 people were in the whole film. It's Justin Long and Emmy Rossum. She's from Shameless. Okay. Her husband is the director of this film, and it is a sci-fi rom-com. What the fuck? Comet, 2014, greatest film of all time for me.
Okay.
I'm adding that to my list right now.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Big
Justin
rom-com
Long,
guy.
sci-fi rom-com.
Posters got me.
Ah, he's so handsome.
Yeah, the posters got me. Yeah.
You ever seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen Shameless since you brought that up?
You know, I watched the first couple of seasons of Shameless, and then I stopped.
I used to live
I
on.
probably should have finished. But
I used to live on the same street as the Shameless house. So you can
Nice.
you can imagine how fucking terrible that was. Because
just paparazzi.
no, it's because it's balls deep
Oh.
in the ghetto, brother. Like that is not an act. They are in South Chicago. They're on
The gutter.
Yeah, they're on Homan Avenue. I also lived on Homan for a year and a half, and yeah, 500 murders a year. Pretty good stuff. Gunshots every night. Scared to go outside. That kind of thing. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go down there, because yeah, of course people want to see it, and you can just look up the Shameless address and it'll take you down there. But like, there's warnings on both Google. I think Google Maps has a warning that says this is a dangerous area. But then they have signs. They have signs on the fences there that say like, first of all, it's also one of those neighborhoods where there's always somebody on a porch watching. So you're like scared to walk down there. Or always like, I don't want to, but they have signs up like all over the place. Like, this is dangerous. Like, don't fuck up. You're going to die. Yeah. It's a bad area, dude. I lived right there.
It's funny you mentioned those signs. It's something that I have fallen down to in the nether realm of YouTube. You ever get into those points where you're like, people say, now I'm on the other side of YouTube, where it's just fucking recommended video of cave diving accidents. Some of the scariest shit, dude. If if you guys ever want entertainment, there's like 30 million cave diving accident videos on YouTube.
As a big guy,
And they have those
Severe
signs in the water.
severe anxiety about stuff like that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I watched the video of that YouTuber that was cave crawling, you know, and he got stuck and they couldn't get him out, so his body is still there to this day. Nothing they can do.
Jesus.
How's he doing?
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's a goner. Yeah, they basically had 72 hours to figure out how to get him out, and they couldn't get in there. They couldn't get a diver in there, and so he's just stuck. Yeah, it's tough,
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know how people can find the fun in that. Like, I'm not claustrophobic, but the idea of crawling into something that I cannot crawl backwards out of scares the shit out of me. Don't like
with
that.
limited air supply.
Yeah,
like where's the fun here?
Nah, I don't like.
Yeah.
I remember what I was gonna ask. Since we went down this rabbit hole here, I remember where I was going with that. Do you believe in ghosts?
Absolutely.
I don't at all. I don't. Did you hear about the this?
I think I should specify spirits. Sure.
Okay. You know what? See, that does spice things up. Because I don't believe in like demons. I don't believe in. I feel like if ghosts and things like that were legit like out there and could be discovered and affect things, I feel like we'd have definitive proof at this point. I think people that consistently keep faking them is the problem. Yeah,
right.
It is Nutty Putty. That's right. Yup, Nutty Putty.
His name is John Jones.
A lot of it's fabricated because the internet really just posts videos for likes and for clicks, right? Like,
yeah.
In that sense, I totally understand what you're saying, but I've had an experience. Would you like to hear?
Yeah, that's where I was going with this. I was like, if you've had an experience, because I actually have some experiences too, but I could find a way to explain them, I guess.
Well, I don't have a way to explain this one, but it could be easily, possibly explainable by somebody else. I just know that when I was, I think, 22 years old, let's say it's about 14, 15 years ago, I lived in Idaho. And at the time, there was this school that was where there was like a mass killing, murdering / half of it was burned down, half of it stayed up. They never demolished it type shit. And up the road is a graveyard where they buried all these kids as a, I don't know, I guess a site, right? Or what do they call those? Like a memorial site.
Yeah.
And a bunch of my friends and I decided to go up there one night. And we get up to this school. And there was actually private property on the other side of the street of a man who owned this, like, I don't know, 1,000 acres, whatever the fuck. And as we were going up to this school, we look at the door. There's a whole bunch of carvings in the door. And the boarded up windows, again, you can see the char from the fire. Like, it's just your typical, very spooky setting. But there was these carvings in the door. And the door was hot to the touch. Okay. And as we get done, like moving around to the side, we hear a dog bark on this dude's property that's on the other side of the street. And at that point, we're like, fuck, we're going to get in trouble. He's going to, you know what I mean? We're not supposed to be here. It's late at night. We're adolescents, whatever. And we move around to the side of the church or the school, I'm sorry, and there is a burning dog carcass.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah. Like witchcraft shit.
Yeah.
Somebody was there recently. And anyways, we go back the next day for some reason because we wanted to see it in the daytime because that spooked us enough to get the fuck out of there, right? We didn't want to mess with anybody. And we go back the next day and the door is completely normal. No carvings.
Huh.
Super weird, right? And the guy who lived across the road was outside on his property, and he came up to his property line and started talking with us. And we were like, "Hey man, just so you know, we're sorry about your dog barking last night. You know, we didn't mean anything. We're just here to kind of check shit out and, you know, for fun." And he responded with, "What dog?" And that's when we knew. We were like, "Fuck man, we might have stumbled across something."
Huh.
But as far as like spirits and you know, bed sheet ghosts, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So there's this shit going on right now with the Annabelle doll. Have you heard about this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there was the rumors that it went missing. That was debunked. But the guy, the handler for the doll, died. Like he was 54, 56. Randomly died. Cause of death still not out there. Not sure what happened, but they would found him dead in his hotel room, like out of nowhere. So I'm like, that is not gonna help with the calming down the masses with Annabelle.
Well, she's coming to Scarefest.
Dude, I'm not freaked out at all by that doll. Or
Touch her.
I think
Touch it.
I'll take her out. I'll fucking punt her. That just doesn't freak me out. I'm thinking now maybe I should probably play a little bit safer since I have kids, just in case it is real. But like I don't know. That doesn't freak me out. I just don't buy it because But I
Especially
love
since
I
the
love
real
hearing
doll.
shit like that.
Sorry.
No, I love hearing experiences like what you just shared. Though I don't think what you experience is bullshit. I don't think you're making that up or anything because I have shit that I can't explain either. I really struggle to buy into it. I don't know. I want to believe, but I think as for the Warrens, I think they are fucking assholes. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm glad that we got good movies out of them and whatnot. Thank you, Ed and Lorraine. But I think they are the biggest scam artists in the history of fucking.
Clairvoyance.
Honest to God, I think they scam the shit out of people. Complete bullshit. But you know, maybe I think the reasons I don't want to believe in spirits is because I am so mad at Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I never believed in ghosts until I became face to face with one.
Wait, what was that? I'm drawing a blank real quick. Don't forget your story, Nick. What was the film? Was it Annabelle Creations, where the start of the movie was literally a hoax? Like the mom and the daughter. Fuck, what was that movie?
In the Creations?
Like she's literally like charging people to come and do these, and then the table has like these fucking mechanisms that she can make it shake and shit.
Oh, yeah.
What movie was it?
God, is that Creations? I don't remember. I know what you're talking about though, but yeah, dude, like those people, the mediums,
those people.
the mediums and shit. I fucking hate that people take money for that crap and abuse people who are dealing with grief.
So you have a sister? No, I have a brother, a sibling. Yes.
Got it. Yes.
A
Yeah.
sibling.
And their name is David, and he met a Jenny one time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Amityville 3. Really? Out of what are there 100 of those now? But I mean, so we did a paranormal investigation at a place called Conover Square in Oregon, Illinois. You can look this up. They do private tours still. And we're actually we're doing another one. Again, I don't believe, but we're paying the money and we're doing another private tour next month just to film a video and have fun with it. Cause it is fun being with your boys and going out there and looking at scary shit, even if you don't believe. But when we were there, I saw, we were in this room, you know, there was this specific chair that if you sat in it, the one time they got an EVP that said, "Get out of my chair, bitch." By the way, I think that EVP is fake. I've never heard one so crystal clear, like clear as day. It was like the ghost choked on the fucking microphone and said, "Get out of my chair, bitch." I was like, whoa. I was like, that's like, that's proof. All right, you did
that's
it.
Proof.
It's like, okay. But yeah, we were there. We were fucking around in that chair and talking shit to the ghost. And then I looked over into the doorway, and standing there was this like male silhouette, red glowing eyes, and I think he had like a hat on, and then he looked at me and then walked out of the doorway, and I mean crystal clear. And to this day, like you think that would scare me, and I was like, "Yep, that's proof." To this day, I think they set us up.
There was someone else there.
Yeah, there was someone else there, and they were doing that because they knew we had cameras and shit, and they knew what we were doing. To this day, I think that was one big setup. There's no dude,
Wow.
crystal clear. I saw a person standing there with red eyes and walked away. I'm like, there's no freaking way that just happened. There's no way. So I don't know. We'll find if we go again. It's been 10 years.
Yeah,
It's 10 years since that happened. We go again, and I see somebody with red eyes. I'm chasing that motherfucker down this time. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, did you guys see that?" No, I'm gonna see that fucker, and I'm hauling ass. I'm going to get him.
You're gonna demask them.
We'll get if they disappear, then I'm like, okay, I believe. Yep, definitely a ghost now. But I'm
Now
gonna
you're
run
like,
out
oh
there.
yes, he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah. There's places out here. There's apparently like a ghost jogger out here. My mom claims that she has seen the ghost jogger.
I never have.
I've tried.
My brother, that's the road that they take to go to Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he would go multiple times a day sometimes. It's amazing that he's not obese. But he's never seen it. Even late at night, he's never seen it.
My mom
ghost jogger.
says one time she was driving down that road and she saw the jogger, drove by, looked in the rearview mirror, and he wasn't there anymore. So that's that story. He dove into the ditch.
That same road has apparently there's a woman in a wedding dress walking.
Yeah.
And then when you drive past her, she's walking, and then as you drive past her, she looks at you, and then as you're driving, you look in the rearview mirror, she's sprinting after you.
Yeah.
I've never seen that either.
We should go out there. We should get an actress and go out there and set it up.
All right.
I'm in. We're going to start filming Hoax. I'm in.
Yeah, dude, that's the clicks, man.
There's another thing out here. It's called Bloods Point Road. And apparently it's a bridge there.
There's a bridge, and a school bus full of kids were on it, and it collapsed.
Yeah, apparently all the kids died there, which I don't even know if that story's true, to be honest with you. But if you actually, teenagers go out all the time on that road. And apparently if you stop your car at the stroke of midnight, if you put it in neutral on that bridge, the kids will push you across to safety. If you do it right at midnight. I've done out there 100 fucking times. Those kids didn't save me one fucking time.
You're supposed to put baby powder on the back.
I was gonna say, bring the camera.
You can see the hands in the baby powder on the back.
We were actually talking about it. We were talking about going last weekend for a buddy's birthday. Let's go to Bloods Point. But yeah, you're supposed to put baby powder on the back, and you'll see the handprints of the kids. Apparently,
that same road, there's a barn by that bridge.
Yeah,
and when you drive by, there's a truck sitting there with their headlights on.
Yeah. Every night, by the way, every time I've ever gone out there, he's sitting there watching the road.
That's real. Like that's not a ghost truck.
That is a real guy who's really doesn't like people on that bridge, apparently. I don't know. That's about all I got for ghost stories.
Yeah.
I want to go to Bobby Mackey's. The big Ghost Adventures one, apparently. I don't buy that crap either, to be honest with you. I don't think anything Ghost Adventures has ever done is legit, but I like the show. It's a fun show. Zach Bagans is pretty jacked, so that's fun.
True.
Yeah.
Two things, real quick. One time at Universal Studios, Hollywood, I fell off the ET ride into a fucking pit of shit. I was apparently too small for the bikes. Have you ever been to Disneyland? Universal Studios?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the ET ride. Like that's been gone for a while, right?
Yeah, this was this was back in Vietnam, okay? Like for real. When I was a child. But yeah, I literally fell off one of the bikes. Like I just slipped. I don't know what happened. The ride had to get stopped, and my dad was embarrassed, and yeah, it was awesome.
Stupid kid. God.
Just random thought. Um, the Scream TV series
Yeah.
on MTV back in the day. What did y'all think of that?
I only watched season 3,
Oh, that's the opposite of what you're
and I
supposed
had
to
an
do.
amazing time.
Yeah.
no, it
season
wasn't good.
season 3 sucks. Like, I think if you are able to like, if you're into mysteries and you're into like teen dramas, which I am, like we already said, we're suckers for rom-coms here. So I'm into that teenage drama crap. If you're into that kind of thing, and you can open your mind up and not picture the show as if it's a Scream movie, it's a good time. I think it's a fun show. But if you're looking for a Scream movie, it's not that.
Right. And it kind of almost like plays into, I think we got one season of the I Know TV series, right?
Yeah, that show started off, I really enjoyed it. And about halfway
I
through,
agree.
it fell off so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Man, they fumbled the end. But I enjoyed the first 4 episodes. I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. Why is everybody hating it? And then it fell.
You're like,
It fell bad. It fell really bad. But
Yeah.
I think Scream's a lot of fun. The first 2 seasons. The third season's absolutely dog water. But the first 2 seasons, those were fun. And I love the Halloween special, too, in the second season.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch
Yeah.
it. I need to rewatch that again.
And to touch base again on rom-coms, and a lot of people in my community already know, but my favorite television show of all time is Boy Meets World. Nothing's ever touched that, in my opinion. Lost came pretty close, and I know both of these shows are very like, dude, seriously, Boy Meets World and Lost. But to me, that's where it came. And Boy Meets World had a Scream episode, season 5, episode 17, where it was based entirely on the Scream franchise, because it was like 1997, I want to say, when that episode dropped. But it's pretty cool if you haven't seen it.
Oh, well, now I need
Scream
to go. I feel like
episode.
I've had to have seen it at some point, but I don't recall that.
Yeah.
No, I guess I gotta go watch it. Frick.
It's the most famous Boy Meets World episode for sure. Yeah.
Well, damn. Scream or Chucky for the TV series? Which one's better?
Ooh,
Well,
Chucky. I mean,
the problem is one is
Again,
actually a true representation of the IP and one's not. And they're so different. I don't know.
do you think Scream TV series kind of plays like Riverdale, or like kind of like that type shit?
Have you seen it?
I've never watched Riverdale.
What have you seen? You've seen
I've
the
seen
Scream TV series?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is.
Oh,
it's-
then I like it.
It's like any other MTV show. Like it's
Yeah.
it's teen drama, man. Like it's
Then I'd like it.
You probably would, yeah. And it's still then you have the murder mystery. You have the murder mystery there too, and so that's enough.
Yeah, the Who Done It,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, you have the whodunit the whole time, so that's still fun, and you're having fun with it. And it's a slasher, and you got the body count. Like it's everything I need. I'm good. So, Chucky's good. Season 2 is not nearly as good as season 1 in my opinion.
Did you ever watch 3?
I didn't. Not the last 2 episodes. So
I like the Chucky TV series a lot.
I do too.
I don't know, and maybe that's just part of the times. You know, I would come home from work at 10:30 p.m., closing the gas station on Wednesdays. Get my bring a pizza with me, and I'd sit and watch the new episode.
So about how we got fat.
Add to it. Yep.
Yeah, no, I like Chucky. I don't know which one I like more though. To be honest, I need to rewatch Scream again to definitively answer that.
Right. Do you think the Child's Play series is one of the greatest comebacks? Like in horror? Because like obviously like Child's Play, and I think we even throw Child's Play 2 in there, and then it just kind of, even I guess critics related. You guys have your own opinions on the entire series. You might have liked all the way through, but if you go and look at Rotten Tomatoes, it kind of goes from, you know, red, green, red. You know, it's like,
Really?
I think
I think so.
Doesn't
Pretty
get,
sure.
3 got a
Once
lot
it-
of shit. Seed got a lot of shit. I don't know what is the score of Bride?
It's rotten.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not
Once it went to direct to DVD type shit, you know?
That
Where
that
they
wouldn't
didn't
have
have
been
theatrical releases.
that wasn't until Curse.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Well, maybe Curse was also rotten.
I think Curse might have been the comeback because Seed was, I think, rotten. And I used to hate that movie. I got a little bit more respect for it now. But then Curse had the comeback because it went back to being a scary film. But Cult got shit on. Like Cult.
So
Right.
okay, this Child's Play 3 is the worst at 19.
It's not the worst.
Seed 37, 2
Seed's got-
47, Bride 47,
Okay.
and then the remake 64,
Oh.
OG
okay.
64, Curse 78, Cult 81, and then the
The
TV
remake
show.
and the original of 64.
I'll see.
This is why you can't trust the critic scores on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
That's
Exactly.
bullshit.
That
See,
is
that's what I was
64.
saying is like the last two films have the highest rating in the series.
Yeah, it's just crap.
Yeah, they both have a 64.
Honest,
Exactly.
I think over the years, and I think a lot of it has to do with just the power of IPs, I think critics have softened up on horror films quite a bit. Like, there are some things that I can't believe. Like, Bloodlines, I think, has too high of a score, honest to God. I think Bloodlines got too much love. I still like it, but I premiered at like a
Right.
92% or something.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, it ain't that fucking good. Calm down. I actually thought I Know was going to be the same story here. So I have more hope for the movie now that it has a 46% Rotten Tomatoes than I would if it had sitting at like a 90 something. Because critics seem to kind of just, I don't know.
It's at a 48% now. We are
Oh, we are
almost so back.
We're so back.
I think a lot of early reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes, I think a lot of them have lost their integrity. I think a lot of people say shit to keep getting free tickets. And you know, people like John Squires just went on, and Cody Leach, they were defending critics, rightfully so. Like,
That
I don't
was for
think
Superman.
Yeah, like I don't think anybody's being paid to put out reviews, but I think you kind of get pressure from studios to put out a good review, or we're not going to invite you anymore. Especially if you're on the lower
Right.
totem pole of critics. You know, like if you're not getting millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views for every review, I think you just have the pressure I want to stick around, I want to be in this community, and that's annoying. That's the
Yeah, makes
studio's
sense.
fault, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like the Superman stuff, I know the Superman embargo doesn't say leave a good review, but it does say, hey, make sure you tag us so that we, you know, if you got good things to say, make sure you tag us so we can get you into future screenings. When you read that as a creator, do you not think, oh, if I say something nice, I'm going to be put on their list to be at future screenings?
Right.
I just think that puts a lot of pressure on you. I don't know.
Well, and obviously all the recent DC films have taken a big public hit, you know, in the sense of they'll never be Marvel. It's not as good. It's boring. This, that. The director's cut for, you know, of Zack Snyder, it was of Suicide Squad, you know, and stuff like that. There's so many things that come into play for critics to, and like you said, that if they, you know, tag, it makes it feel like it's an incentive to not talk shit. But you just got to be honest, you know?
Well, when it comes to Superman, I think it's, again, the loud minority taking over because everyone was making the big deal. If you give it a positive review, you're paid. It has an 83% certified fresh and then a 93% audience, over 10,000 verified
So that's
audience ratings.
right.
It's the loud minority of people that don't like the movie that you're
Yeah.
seeing, and not the large, very large majority of people that actually do like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like like I said, I don't think anyone's getting paid to do reviews. I just think there is some pressure to leave good reviews. Honestly, even just look at it from like a personal perspective here, like the way we look at ASIM games. I think a lot of the times as a creator, like if TCM was ever in a bad, actually let's go way back because I don't care about TCM now. I'll fucking dog on gun however I want. But I think there was a lot of pressure on people like us when F-13 was popping and they had a mistake. It was kind of hard to shit on them because you're worried that you're going to be blacklisted. You know, I mean, look at the way that Gun only represents Twitch streamers on their like anniversary post. You know?
Oh,
Yeah. Like, is that not a perfect example of what I'm saying though?
Because
like,
they didn't talk shit about the game because they
Right.
stopped playing
they stop playing the fucking game. Like, yeah, so if you're a creator who played the game for 10 hours, if you're a creator that played the game for 10 hours and never actually gave any criticism of TCM, you get to be featured. Yeah, you get to be featured over here on our page. But if you have any sort of constructive criticism and you've dogged on us at all, even though you have thousands of hours and you have fed us millions of fucking views, you're not going to get featured. Like, that's a perfect example of where, like, no, we're not being paid to say shit about you, but if I don't say the right thing, you blacklist us. So
this was the topic of 2 of my videos that I've done. I can't even tell you his name, but he had 16 hours played still to this day. Only 16 hours played in TCM, and was featured on one of their content creator community hub posts.
It's soft as fuck, dude.
Meanwhile, there's your Arctics, your Middies, Nick Nasty, Anthony, that we're all grinding.
Yeah, and like Arctic and Midi, at least they don't even talk shit.
No,
like they're always nice. I don't get. I feel like, I mean, I still feel like Wheezy and Anthony and people like that deserve to be represented. But I get why you don't do us. Go ahead, I don't care. But why are you completely ignoring all the people that are just feeding you free views all the time,
that are grinding,
that are loyal?
Loyal, exactly.
Yeah, fuck it, man. That honestly, that's another thing that drove me nuts about the way Gun handled TCM. Is like, I understand that the people that are the most loyal to you also have the most negative opinions because we know where you're fucking up because we're paying attention. It doesn't mean that we hate you and you should fucking blacklist us, you know?
Like I said at the end of, or the beginning of each of those videos, this was never an intent for me to just completely shit on Gun. This was constructive criticism. This is all from love of the game and horror. And honestly, it led to people, and especially Reddit and fucking Discord, where people would literally give death threats to the devs. Fuck off, dude. Nobody deserves for their next game to fail and be homeless. I hate seeing comments like that. Do you know what I mean? I've saw it multiple times. I hope Gun next game fails and Wes is homeless by the end of 2026. What even is that, dude?
I hate to tell you guys,
like,
Wes is
nobody
set for
deserves
life.
that, dude. But what I'm saying is that's where it came into play for me. It was like, dude, I felt, and I'm going to speak selfishly here. I put over 1,200 YouTube videos up of Texas Chainsaw Massacre content, and I've been covering content since before the tech test. Okay. Even if it was a fucking tweet. And here's, okay, hold on.
We got it fired up.
A good friend of mine, Mel Too Solid, Twitch streamer, okay, content creator for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, myself and multiple other people were impersonated by hackers who would use our gamer tags or Steam names or whatever as their TCM gamer tag, right? All it took for Gun to do anything in the sense of just, hey, make a tweet about it, dude. Just so you guys are aware, because not only did that hurt my brand and my channel and people coming into my chat when I was live and calling me a fucking cheater when I'm on Xbox, dude. You know what I mean? Same scenario with Mel, his brand and it was more prevalent with Mel Too Solid more than anybody because he was just the face of Twitch for TCM. It was the fact that they couldn't just say in a tweet, be like, hey, guys, we got some fucking dickheads out there impersonating our content creators. You know, don't believe everything you see. That's all we wanted. Instead, we got, nothing. And that's where it really hurt. By then. And somebody in my chat just said, fuck yeah, TCM slander. Let's go.
That's one of those things where, yes, we may be the ones that are going to be the hardest on you. Those types, like, not just us, but just your most loyal creators going to be the hardest ones on you when you fuck up. But they're also going to be the ones that are still there a week after launch. All right? There's a lot of people that are not going to be. So yeah, that has always been pretty annoying. But in terms of us, it doesn't even bother me anymore because I get it. But it's so annoying seeing smaller creators that are the most loyal creators out there not getting represented.
Because we've been there.
I don't mean smaller than us, just to be clear. That's not. I'm not big broing anybody. I hate that. What I'm saying is like, what the only people you ever see get featured are the big creators.
When it came to F13 and we got Creator of the Week, I mean, we were the little guy. We were like, oh my God, like all the hard work. It's seen and it's appreciated, especially when you are a smaller creator or even just starting your journey. Like that's big.
They used to be great about stuff like that. I mean, Wes used to go out of his way to do interviews on small channels to help people grow. He did that for us twice, dude.
Yep.
And he didn't need to. What happened? What happened? They make millions of dollars and all of a sudden they're better than us?
They got to refill the snack drawer, dude.
Honestly, so I know for a fact that Gun has been fucked over by content creators that have broken NDA. So I understand their hesitancy when working with creators. I'm not saying go out and sponsor content and do playtests with content creators, but if you're going to do a creator post spotlighting the community, maybe actually do the content creators that cover the game still. That's all.
Right.
Think about that next time.
Well, and the fact is, I mean, they did get clowned on for that community hub post with all those creators. You know, you can appreciate creators more than once, right? Do a part 2. Do a YouTube one. And spotlight all y'all that's been grinding.
Well, hopefully at the very least, their next game, all those creators that they ignored, get codes. Free codes at least. Get to be part of a beta. Get to be part of early access. Hopefully they don't just cut everybody out. Because I kept saying blacklisted, and I don't think they're blacklisting creators. I would hope not that are critical of them. But yeah, not a good sign so far. Yeah, not a good look.
Right.
Also, why is everybody? Are we going to pretend that YouTube is not just as important as Twitch when it comes to promoting and marketing games? What is with that? Why does nobody do anything with YouTubers anymore? Damn. Hate to see it.
Yeah.
YouTube needs to add rewards. Sorry. What were you saying? Purple?
Oh, it's just the purple snakes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, continuing.
Yeah, adding like Twitch drops to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube also needs to get with the times. That's another thing. They're just behind.
YouTube drops, dude. Let's go.
They need to do that. YouTube needs to get with the times. They added this new top fans,
which
thing.
I haven't seen, by the way, today. Like,
it was in the member stream earlier. It was working.
Like it hasn't popped up in this chat at all.
Nobody in here's fans.
None of you are top fans. Where are they?
I think it's also, like you said, was it based on like comments? Like it changes every stream?
I think it's per stream.
It's per stream, I'm pretty sure. And then you get a bonus with super chats. I'm pretty sure. In super chat memberships, you get a bonus. But I don't think.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it's supposed to be encouraging. I guess you'll chat more if you got a badge next to your name. I don't know.
Dick measuring, honestly. That's about it, really.
Perfect. Just here so I won't get fined. Same. Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
Oh. See?
Yeah, I have one on mine. Perfect.
So, what's Gun's next game, huh?
Scout Dracula.
Scout Dracula. Tremors, the game.
Children of the Corn.
Well, Wes said he wanted to.
Children of the Corn.
People keep kind of twisting what we said still because people only watch the first 30 seconds of videos, and I understand that. But I do think they're making Scout Dracula. I do think that's an original game they're working on. I do think they're making Halloween. Those are two separate projects. The project the project that Kane Hodder mocapped on. I do believe that is Halloween. Just to be clear, I think Ilphonic and Gunn are working on Halloween. If I was a betting man. Scout Dracula, its own thing. Probably mocapped 3 years ago. It's been a while. And I think they have another license somewhere in that mix as well that we haven't heard about yet. That probably will be announced first. I think their next game will be a licensed game. And because there's no way because basically if it's not a licensed game or if they don't have another license in their pocket, that means they were working on Scout Dracula that whole time and didn't have something else.
And we're hoping that the trademark would go through.
Yeah, and hoping TCM didn't fumble.
Well,
I don't.
Especially the dates, right? The dates of the trademark was literally 2 weeks before the fucking tech test, or 2 months. I think it was March of 23.
yeah.
May of 20. It might have been May 8th or March 8th. I can't remember, but either way, it was very close to the tech test release that they applied for the trademark of Scout Dracula. And that was just, the timing is like, man, you guys don't believe or what? Or you have another team? Is Scout Dracula being made by 2 of the 15 or 12 employees? Like, how does it all work, you know?
I mean, publishers should be working on multiple games at once, because they're not taking a ton of like manpower from their side. From a publisher side, you're not taking a ton of manpower to keep a game up and running. You know, like, they're a little bit more intimately involved than most publishers because they're helping with game design. They do internally. I know it doesn't look like it, but they do internally play test. Maybe not very well, but they do. So they're doing more than most publishers do because that's often not even a publisher job. It's like, so sure, but they still can easily bounce around multiple projects at the same time.
Well, I mean, because, you know, we know all of them because they're such a small team.
Yeah.
Who are the producers? I mean, you could include Wes, Ronnie, Ben, Ish, Rob. Those are all your producer and producer extended roles.
Yeah.
And maybe there's even more that we don't know these if they hired. I don't know.
It's also worth noting that they have not let anybody go. They have 3 CRs and
no games.
So I would think that they have a handful of things in their back pocket. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. And again, 3 CRs. That's a good point. 3 CRs for one game that's going to be announced soon.
An original game.
Original game. You think they would have more in their back pocket than just that? You need 3 community people.
Yeah. I guess apparently we'll find out soon.
Like you said too, if it is an original title, you know that what the top 3,000 comments are going to be. But if it is a licensed, attempt at a licensed chapter or a licensed title, it's going to be okay. I can get with this. But if it's like you said, an original title, it's gonna be like, you gave up TCM for this.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like you have to have something with more caliber.
I would just think, because if not, that's because they've had a lot of people come forward to them. Wes already said that 10 plus IPs have come to them. You would think that's something in the last 3 years, 4 years they locked into and committed to. I don't know. I'm not buying the fact that they don't have another license beyond Halloween. 'Cause Halloween would have just happened. When I had a job, I was still working on the Halloween game.
Right. And again, that's all just my source remains to be private. He's giving no information, but Boss Team lost the rights and Gunn got the game. That could just very well not be true. That could just be a flat out lie.
Yeah.
We genuinely don't know.
I will say the source that came to me, the source that came to Slasher Radio, 2 different sources, 2 completely different people. And the fact that shit lined up perfectly,
right?
It sounds about right, but you never know. It's allegedly.
Do you think? I think I asked you this before, but do you guys think never mind. Maybe they had insider information or they were working on something, but when Ilphonic posted that survey back in December, which was a weird time for that, right? It was in December on Twitter or on X, and they had posted that survey. Do you think it had any regression that they were pushing forward? Hey, we're working on something else.
Well, then they let 30% of their employees go.
Yeah.
Right after.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
A disgruntled Ilphonic employee. Are these the sources?
Well, honestly, that's not my source. To be clear.
Right.
That's not my source. But yeah, I don't know who went to Slasher Radio. Maybe.
Disgruntled ex-Boss Team employees, Riley and Nick.
Dude, just at Boss Team, there over there. We weren't like when I was called and let go. I don't want to get too deep into this shit, but like I was not told, hey, this happened, so that's why you had to. It wasn't like that. It was like, hey, yeah, seriously, like that was one of the reasons it was so tough to swallow, because it was like I have no fucking clue. What did I do wrong?
Right.
What is happening here? So that's why it was tough to swallow at first, but. Yeah, if you lost a license like that in the middle of development, I could see how you'd probably be like, shit, we gotta go let the whole marketing department go.
But
who knows?
On our last day, Boss Team had Halloween.
Right.
I think we could say that because that's public knowledge.
Yeah.
We genuinely have no other idea.
Yeah.
But if Gunn and IllFonic did gain rights to the Halloween IP, don't you think with your guys' history that they would have been like, hey, we should keep fucking these guys on?
No.
Like,
nope.
Or even whoever you were.
Nope.
They
Actually,
just clean house, get everybody out.
If Gunn specifically was like, hey, we got the license now, how are we gonna work with the people that work on the game? They'd be like, anybody but Slash and Cast. Anybody but those guys. And actually, I've said this publicly before too, is like I've talked to Wes about this, and when they were like trying to hire people, we applied, and he was like, this is not in a bad way. I did not get to an interview process or anything, but Wes has said is like if you're making Slash Cast videos, you can't work at Gunn because of conflict of interest. I'm like, yes, that makes sense to me. And I totally get that. So I would not drop Slash and Cast to work at Gunn, and that's not that
right.
he did not offer me a job. I'm gonna be crystal clear during that community management or community represent what Andy got hired for. We applied to that job as well, and it got. We never had a job interview or anything, but it was like, hey, if you have Slash Cast,
and in retaliation, you convinced the board to vote you the new CEO.
and now I'm the new CEO. Yeah, yeah. But
I guess that makes sense, dude. For real.
And honestly, I think in the situation that if Gunn were to be taking over Halloween, I don't think they would give a shit about Boss Team or anybody that was working on it before, especially because we weren't developers. I mean, as a publisher, you were helping develop a game, but we weren't doing anything.
Also, the way that Gunn is, they want to be very hands-on, especially with the game design.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing as well, because. Again, we didn't know how far along Halloween was developmentally. I made one piece of art, and that was it. If IllFonic is in fact making Halloween, and they were this far along, when Gunn jumps in, what changes?
Right?
Do they hit the reset button on game design, or what? How much power does Gunn take in that case, or do they just want their name on it? Because if you're IllFonic, wouldn't you still want to co-publish?
Absolutely.
That's what I'd want to do.
That's what you are.
I think they want to be involved, though, because just from the interview alone with Wes that was recently posted, him calling it a bucket list item, I mean, it makes more sense.
I don't think that was Halloween.
Heavily involved.
I don't think he was talking about Halloween. I think that would be.
Well, he definitely wasn't talking about Scout Dracula.
Well, you don't know that.
So
That could be a bucket list thing for him. I think that's why I think that's another license. I think that's completely separate. If they're already in a position where they're going to announce Halloween, I'm going to be flabbergasted.
Again.
Yes.
Announce Halloween again.
Is my artwork ever going to be used again?
Fuck no. The first thing they did was control
and
delete the logo.
Let me ask this.
delete.
If IllFonic was brought on at Boss, for Halloween, wouldn't you think that you guys would have heard any news about that working at Boss Team? Or was it like super fucking secretive at that point?
Maybe.
This is where you're getting into, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I can't say. I'm not under NDA on this type of thing, but I don't want to like throw anyone under the bus and get in trouble. Like, honestly, God, in terms of working on Halloween, I was asked, I got a folder of pieces of art, and they said, this is the type of artwork we want to use for this announcement. Can you make it cooler? I'm not even kidding. That's basically what happened. I was like, yeah, I got you. And I made the art, and that was it. Like that was like the end of the conversation, and then
The text for the press release, which it was not even final.
yeah,
It got revised 20 times before it finally got posted.
yeah. So like any
By other people.
marketing meetings we had leading up to like the months before we were let go. Halloween never was talked about. It was Retro Realms that was like the main focus, and
Right.
then, you know, some other miscellaneous shit. Like Halloween was like never talked about. I don't know shit. I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leak everything.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
we wish you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna leak everything. I don't even know. Like, I don't know if it's multiplayer. I don't know if it's single player. Nothing. We
Both.
weren't deep.
Give us both.
Genuinely.
Yeah, we were not intimately involved in the consulting process for any sort of game design. So, take that as you will. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you were, you wouldn't have put the pressure valve in the fucking basement. That's for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
Do you remember that horror story?
Oh yeah, I still have dreams about it.
Slaughterhouse.
I still have PTSD. Honestly.
PTSD. Yep.
Yeah. Brutal.
No stun immunity in Leatherface Lair Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
But with Halloween, if Alphonic's making it, it's an ASIM game, right? I mean, it
has to be.
Yeah, Gun and Alphonic, it's an ASIM game, and man, it's gonna be hard to pull off.
What if, again, I brought this up when we made the video, what if Wes's bucket list item is to stray away from ASIM and make a single player title?
Could be. Yeah, it's called Scout Dracula.
Scout Dracula.
it's stealth
Right.
vampire game.
I don't.
Looter shooter, Scout Dracula.
From what we've heard in previous interviews from Wes, there are horror, multiplayer.
Not necessarily ASIM. but
Horror
yeah.
multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they make.
That's all Ilphonic
he's like,
has made.
That's what
so.
Gun does. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Horror multiplayer. And Ilphonic is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Okay to get it, though.
Yeah, and
Cameron says, watch it be a Terrifier game.
I don't see it. I don't,
Terrifier isn't that big.
especially for how. I mean, maybe now those deals could start being working up and whatnot.
Right.
But at the time that whatever this next game announcement is, they've had to be in development for 3 years.
Right.
You know, like to be at the point where you're ready to announce. And I think Gun, although TCM got delayed because of going back to previous gen,
Right.
I think their goal would be like 6 to 8 months. Announce. In an ideal world, when you announce the game, you have pre-orders ready if you really want to have a quick turnaround. So yeah, 6 to 8 months, announcement to release. That would be their goal. And Halloween, there's no freaking way it's ready for that. Scout Dracula, maybe. But so yeah, whatever game it is, it's been in development for 3 years.
If it's Scout Dracula, they were betting on the trademark going through and the name going through. They were betting the house on it.
Yeah.
So then my question here is, if we know that Gun's next project is either A, nowhere near ready, or B, let's say halfway, why give up TCM knowing that we would simp and buy all these fucking DLCs? Because it was $300
Yeah.
in DLCs. Why give up when you know that we need steady income for the next however foreseeable future until your game is ready?
Yeah, I think that's another reason where I think they were very confident in whatever was coming up to be announced, which is another reason why I think it's probably a licensed game that we don't know about yet. There's no way they're betting the house on Scout Dracula.
Right. A big time license. Right?
Maybe.
I just don't know what it'd be.
Nightmare on Elm Street would blow our fucking minds.
Well, yeah, and they got me. But
But how would Gun get involved with Nightmare if Behavior doesn't even get a chance at this point? You know what I mean?
Be friends with Craven.
Don't you
hate?
I just think by reputation wise, like if Behavior is if the Craven team is so against even working with Behavior for, we could say Nightmare 1, Nightmare 2, cosmetics, even in DBD.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they would stray away from gun because of the reputation?
Honestly, throw the reputation thing just out the window.
The any IP holders, Hollywood does not give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. All
Gotcha.
Wes has to do is fucking pull his stat sheet out of his pants and drop it on the fucking table and say, "Here are our profits from last year," and that's it, man. Like,
Right.
they don't give a shit. TCM made millions.
We launched our first game in 2017. Well, preach and clear, but Friday the 13th. Look at how much money we've made in the last 8 years.
Yeah, and then Wes said in that interview essentially that they were in the green at launch. They said with the Game Pass deal, the investors immediately got an ROI. So
Well,
yeah,
you
Right.
guys have seen the on Reddit. It was like a week ago. Like it leaked. It was shown how Game Pass works and the types of deals, the average deals that these games get.
yeah.
So a lot more people are now aware of how Game Pass actually works.
What did they say?
when it comes to
I
funding?
actually didn't see that. Yeah.
I think it was the smallest deal was like 200,000, and the biggest deal was like 50 million.
Yeah, I see a lot
Probably
of
Call of Duty, right?
Prob.
yeah. Yeah, so they could have very well been in 8 digits.
Yeah.
It could have been very well in 8 digits for that deal. And yeah, so they,
Especially for a horror IP that's world famous.
yeah.
And Microsoft, yeah, they can look at how F-13 did and say, we are willing to take the chance on Leatherface, on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
any maybe smaller IPs where it's a little bit more intimate would be like, ooh, I don't know about gun,
We'll give you a milli.
but even then, smaller IPs was
Oh,
but yeah, any big IP with like Hollywood people, they don't care what your reputation is; they just see how much money you made.
But like going back to that, like, how do they, there's no money coming in because TCM's over. They could have gotten a Game Pass deal for this next game, and they could be fully funded for the next year.
Yeah,
And that's why they
and then they have investors.
and they do have private investors as well.
Yeah,
Do you think that behavior, because remember, Freddy was the first licensed killer in,
well,
was it? Or
no,
was that Michael?
Michael is.
Was he
Michael.
third? Right. So third, because it was Michael, then Bubba,
And yes, then Freddy.
and Nightmare.
Yeah.
Do you think, because that was what, 2018, 2017, maybe at the very end
For Freddy,
for Nightmare? Yeah.
it would have been. I was in college, junior year, 2018, I think.
Do you think that behavior, since they, obviously the Craven team denied like any Robert Englund style cosmetics, right? It's the remake. Do you think that they have that behavior has reached back out to try and maybe get that again?
Is that confirmed that they said no, you're not going to have Robert Englund?
No, I don't think
Or was
so.
it just cheapest?
No, that's what I think happened. I think at the time it was just cheaper for them to get the remake, and now, as they probably try to reach back out for Freddy, now it's Craven's estate with the power, and,
Maybe.
and it's at least all the rumors suggest that Craven's estate wants a lot of money. So
Fair.
yeah,
Right, but people would eat it up in that community, right? I mean,
I think a lot of these, especially like you're talking about like Wes Craven's wife here, who used to be like well educated on video games and how profitable they are.
It's going to be some lawyer.
You're right, and you're
Right.
a lot of these people still don't get it. A lot of those higher ups still don't get it. So I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a new thing.
Yeah,
Multiplayer.
The genre's still new.
Multiplayer and profits is still brand new to Hollywood. These old farts don't understand the power that multiplayer, DLC, etc.,
Yeah.
live service.
Fortnite's
can bring.
opening some eyes.
Yes.
So
yeah.
what the hell? I had another point. I was gonna say people were talking about how Wes said dream project, and maybe that was a hint for Nightmare on Elm Street. To be clear, he said bucket list project.
Yeah.
So
That would have been really good. That would have been
That
a
would've been a
West
good
thing to do.
Easter egg.
come on, I would have already been on that shit.
Yeah, that
I
would
would.
that would have been a West thing to say.
Yeah, he said bucket list.
So bucket head.
He's all it's
Buckethead.
it's been in my dream world to
It's been in my dream. Like, I'm just a warrior in my dreams. Like, yeah. I don't think so.
So who's got a bucket for a head? Pyramid
What
head.
movie has a bucket? Oh, I know. Has a bunch of buckets.
Bunch of bucks. SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie.
Yeah.
What else has a bucket? What do you?
The blood dripping in the Scout Dracula logo. It's Scout Dracula.
Fucking hell. Yep.
Yeah.
But that campfire logo is a little.
Why did they
you
trademark
know.
that?
Yeah, and a bat. I'm a
I
bat.
get trademarking the bat and whatnot, but why would you? What is that symbol?
It's a fire. It's a campfire, but it's very clearly a blood drop.
A blood
over
drop.
an X.
Representing fire.
Could be a water drop.
But it's
Freddy vs. Jason
Dracula.
confirmed.
Oh, that's it.
We got him. Carrie has a bucket. That's true.
I wish it was Carrie, but Stephen King does not do video games.
Yeah, I don't even consider Stephen King projects or IPs an option.
Until after he's dead, and even then,
And then another 70 years.
yeah.
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 I don't know. Because Scream doesn't feel like a good fit for them. Somebody posted on, it was brought to my attention by this creator named Wheezy F Mamba. Somebody posted on the fan PCM subreddit that it was Scream. It was a Scream game. And it was like a leaked image.
All over X today that Scream the game is
Hey.
Gunn's next project.
Spoiler alert. That's
So they
fake.
just like really poorly photoshopped.
It was probably the same source that said that Crystal Lake will be canceled this next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, people keep saying that like it's a code name.
Why are you trademarking and fighting DC? Not
can't,
fighting DC.
no.
but-
Like
yeah.
Activision has done it. You know, Activision has trademarked project name, like working titles. But like you're talking about a significantly smaller company who has never done that type of shit before, and they fought with DC. Yeah, like they didn't fight with them, but they had to go through that process.
Legal proceeding.
Yeah,
to see if it would infringe their copyright, which it didn't.
yeah, and it's like trademark.
Vlad.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would say it's Vlad Dracul or whatever. That DC comic.
I think what it was, I think what they were going for was the Bat logo specifically because of Batman.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe not, but I'm pretty sure that was the what they were worried about, that it could infringe on their trademark. It was the Bat symbol, which honestly I think DC had a case, but whatever. They didn't even bother. They had like whatever, it led to like 9 months. They had to refute it, and they were like
Extensions.
Yeah, we didn't even give a shit. It's like, it's fine.
Has anybody looked, seen if there's any more? Oh, wait, no. Extended maintenance starts soon. I want to see if there's any more trademarks.
Scooby-Doo the game.
That's
Dude,
it.
I'd buy it.
Oh, that'd be so fire though. Come on.
Yeah.
That would be so fire.
Scooby-Doo needs to be in Dead by Daylight. Where's that collaboration? Now we have Shaggy in there. Come on.
Was
We
it?
get Matthew Lillard again.
Yeah. Come on. While we're at it, get Stu. Stu, how are you? I've seen a lot of people talking about that because now we know if it is Kane Hodder and the Halloween and whatnot, we know that Scout Taylor Compton and Ryan Kier Armstrong are also mocapping in Halloween then. How spicy.
Yeah, no.
I
new
heard
trademarks.
that Scout Dracula is actually not true and that it's serrated Frankenstein.
There are a lot of people saying that as well. Like Scout and Dracula are perks in TCM, dumbass. That's why they trademarked it. Like, shut up.
Yeah, and
Yeah, those are the only two perks in the whole game they
Hey,
trademarked.
they finally got it now that the game's dead. They finally got the trademark. Good for them.
Yeah.
They got it.
We could have picked a better perks. Outside of Scout was great, but we could have picked better perk than Dracula.
True. It does sound
Hey, quick
like a cartoony game.
veer. Pup named Scooby-Doo. Remember that shit?
Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
fan.
What'd you think of that?
I'm a fan.
I liked the pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Scooby-Doo show that I've ever like not enjoyed. I was even a fan of Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and everybody hated on that. I was a fan of Velma. All right, I wasn't a fan, but I didn't hate it like everyone else did. I actually watched it and then was like, oh, this is all right. I laughed a couple times.
I just distinctly remember like Vincent Price being on Scooby-Doo, like such a memory of my childhood, you know, for sure.
My son's obsessed with Scooby-Doo right now. It's nice. It's nice for me.
I'm still searching around the trademarks. No, I'm not seeing anything else. The thing is, I'm only seeing the trade possible infringement with the Scout Dracula with the bat. Not just the bat, not the name Scout Dracula. It's Scout Dracula with the bat underneath. That's the specific one that DC, they reached out to DC to see if it was infringement, and it was proven not.
I mean, okay. So I don't know about proven not. They're just like, we don't care.
Well, DC didn't care enough to be like, yes, it is.
So what are the odds a new F-13 movie gets announced next week?
It's got to happen, right?
Like 90%? Is that what we're feeling? Like 90% chance that happens? What about a new game?
Yeah.
40, 30, 20.
5.
5. Yeah. Hey, NECA Toys, though.
Listen, if you're going to reveal a Savini Jason figure...
And the game's back.
Maybe reveal a game he's going to be in.
And the servers are on now. I'd come.
I would have been a little bit more excited. I would have been a little bit more excited had Gun or the F-13 the game account retweeted the post.
Yeah.
That would have led to some interesting theories.
They're mad.
We keep forgetting about that, too, because there's a very real chance that Gun is involved in something related to an F-13 game. If Horror Inc. and Jason Universe, like if they're thinking about truly dollar signs and Gun is also worried about the reputation and dollar signs this time, there's no better group to pair up right now than F-13 and Gun again.
Right. I was going to make the joke of, Gun has gone radio silent for so many times that they forgot their Twitter password, and that's why they didn't post. But they've been posting a lot lately after the game was sunsetted.
Well, I tell you what, the F-13, the game account, who actually does have access to that in 2025?
Yeah, for real.
Does Gun own that account?
Is it just Matt?
Nah, it's a brand. They can't own that trade, because they don't own the trademark or anything. This is Warner Brothers. Somebody at Warner Brothers have access to that account?
Yeah, you would think that once they were finally done, and they posted, servers are off, they would have just, here you go. I don't want it anymore.
It's too bad likes are hidden on X. Maybe the F-13 the game account just casually liked the tweet over there, Jason Universe, and nobody knows about it.
It's also still got a check mark, which means they're paying the monthly subscription. If they had given up on that account, they would have stopped playing with the check mark.
That's actually a really good point.
Well, it was verified before, and the verification went away, and they bought it. They would have bought that shit, like, was that 2021 when that happened?
Right. When Elon bought it?
Yeah.
And changed it?
22?
I feel like that was like 22 or 23. Elon.
Yeah, so when
did
that happen?
I noticed this morning that Elphonics doesn't have their check mark. Have they never had one, or did they stop paying?
I don't know if they ever had one. The sale for Twitter ended October 22nd or 27th, 2022, which means they didn't change the verification thing until either late 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
And Friday the 13th the game still has it.
Yeah. Which again is, if it's a game that's, sunsetted off into the distance with no planned DC or DLC in the future, what's the point in still, unless it's on fucking autopay.
Dude, the expiration of license from June 2023 when got 13.9 million impressions. 13.9 million views on that tweet. Top reply, Spencer Charnas. The only game I play.
Is it actually the Spencer Charnas?
Yeah.
He said that?
Yeah.
Wow. Why are we not best friends?
Then I see Never Surrender.
Wow, Chris? What's he doing these days?
I miss that guy.
He's still rocking OnlyFans?
I don't know, but he's big into crypto still.
Big into crypto and porn. Is the last I think I've seen of him.
Yeah. Good times.
Man, I miss that guy.
Keep viewing the tweet and get it to 14. I'm on it.
Oh man.
The power, man. 14 million impressions on hey, it's going to be gone in 2 years.
Yeah, they have to see the potential there. But honestly, if you're Gun at this point, you have Halloween, you had TCM. If they have another license, what is Scout Dracula? You're starting to get to the point where you're having multiple games that are competing with each other in the same genre.
That's true.
So if you bring F-13 back and you expect people to go buy Halloween, I don't know.
F-13 though is their baby.
Yeah.
Don't you want your baby to succeed? Even when it got shut down?
They took the money and ran, dude. Don't you know?
They were selling Savini codes. Someone commented that today.
They were selling Savini codes?
That Gun was selling those Savini codes.
Somebody was. I don't think it was Gun, but somebody was.
If Gun was really selling those Savini codes, they would be out of business. They would.
Well, dude, that was like, that's a side hustle of an independent person. You know, like there's no way a company's like, let's go sell a Savini code. We just made millions of dollars.
Let's go make $20 pop.
Yeah. All right, like come on. I don't know.
Savini sued them for something different.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to, because Savini already, didn't want that shit out there. Yeah, that was something different. Oh,
yeah. All right, see.
All right, see.
Yeah, that whole Savini thing, that was different. That was PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, like yes. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember how the DLC was released when it wasn't supposed to?
It was free on PlayStation and sold on Xbox, or flip-flopped?
It was sold on PlayStation, free on Xbox. Yeah.
And
you see how that could skew the numbers?
Right.
You see how that could be a problem?
And also, and people say they did it on purpose, but like, why would you give it away
back
for free?
We thought you were gone forever.
Sorry, I missed the last 60 seconds or so. My headset disconnected, and I had to fucking unplug it and plug it back in.
No, we were just talking shit about you.
Yeah. Figured as much.
I was going to send a joke to you and Chase and be like, do you think every NECA Savini comes with a Savini Jason code?
That would be hilarious. Dude, because it would still sell well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's what they did with the Alpha Predator. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yep.
It's a good collaboration. They should have thought about it. Maybe Alphonic was involved in the deal because they already did a deal with NECA in the past.
They're back. We are so back.
Think about it. I'm just kidding. That's probably not happening. I honestly, I highly doubt Gun and Alphonic were involved with that deal at all, the NECA deal.
I don't know. Would they have any say?
Who owns the rights to Savini Jason?
Right.
Still Tom, or?
It might be Tom and Horror.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if Tom will. I bet you Tom had to sign it away, too.
I don't know. Tom's got a good agent.
I guess so. I feel like if you're Horror, like that's their character, you know, and you would never sign any merch rights away or anything. So I feel like Horror Inc. probably
owned it from the jump.
Yeah, I would think. And if Gun was able to do things with merch with Savini Jason, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they have done it 8 years ago?
Yeah. So I don't think Gun probably had any say in that. It'd be different if we got a Chad, yeah, or something like that, because I think that would have to go through Gun. I don't know. Be nice if somebody would tell us. Just what with the fucking Gun logo is just sitting on the box. It's on the artwork. Oh,
I didn't know.
Could be.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
Well, one of the things I'm actually curious about is the packaging for it. Will it say Friday the 13th, the game?
I think so.
They're marketing it that way, but will it? You won't have the logo.
You don't think so?
They'd have to work with Warner Brothers. And like this whole time, they've been avoiding that. So,
I mean, why would they ever mention it though?
Because it's a descriptor, and Larry said, he may not know his shit. He's a lawyer and everything, but Larry said that they could probably get away with describing it as Savini Jason as seen in Friday the 13th the game, but they could not use the logo. I don't know.
So it's just be Times New Roman.
But the thing is,
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, didn't Horror Inc. for the Multiverses deal? Wouldn't Horror Inc. have to do a deal with Warner Brothers for that? Like Warner Brothers can't just take the character and put it in a game, even though they own the trademark, right?
But that'd be Warner Brothers going to horror and being like, "You want Jason in here?"
But then the conversation's already happened. Wouldn't you think that they could do the same thing for a figure?
You would think.
I think they just don't want to work with them with TV and film.
It's gonna make so much money. You can afford to split it with Warner Brothers and get that fucking logo on there.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy 20 of them.
Yeah.
I'd say Savini Jason NECA is an instant buy.
Yeah. Just when I thought I was out of the game. And the Holly H2O figure was just announced.
You are so back.
I'm so back. Damn. Well, Camp Blood wasn't was the nickname. I mean, sure. This is a stretch. Sure. Yeah.
I will buy you a copy of Friday the 13th Part 2 if that is true. If
Scout Dracula
is code Friday the 13th the game Part 2, I will buy that man a copy of the game.
I don't think so. First of all, that trademark was sent in 2 years ago. You really think?
Also, I mean, the logo itself that's trademarked. Don't you think that looks like it took 4 minutes to draw?
Yeah, and
Clip art.
Yeah, like it doesn't even look. I mean, not to talk shit on artists, but I mean, it doesn't look good to me. It looks pretty.
I'm not even
lame.
particularly a fan of the typography of Scout Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's really hard to tell when it's just a black logo on white, especially for something like, it's probably gonna be like blood red, and I'm sure there's gonna be dripping blood and things like that. I think we're missing a lot of the actual art part of the logo.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, it does. Not only does it sound like a cartoony type of game, Ghostbusters type of game, but the logo looks like it too. So it might be a completely different vibe. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed type vibes. Yeah, the name itself is really not great.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, we're patiently waiting for September/October, waiting for the announcement.
Nick, didn't you say we have 2 F-13s coming up in a row?
Yeah, we get February and then March and then November next year.
Oh.
All next year.
Triple threat.
YouTube.com/Scout Dracula. Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Just start typing in every IP domain you can think of and see if anything is accessible.
Not available.
Get screamgame.com. Where's it go?
Scream the game?
Try both.
Thegame.com. Site can't be reached.
So we were saying.
So yes,
somebody owns the domain though.
www. Oh, I didn't put the dot. That's on me. www.screamthegame.com. No. Scream Game.
Scream Game is a cooperative real-time party board game.
Oh, the
from
Funko. The Funko game. I have that game.
Screamgame.com.
Yeah.
We can buy it for $3,000. Who's in? And then we can sell it
to whoever does get the IP.
It's pure profit.
For 40 million.
That's yep. I'm in. It's only $120 a month.
Let me look up
for 24 months.
You guys see my phone? No, okay, good. I'm curious about something real quick.
I know what you're curious about.
See that?
Uh-huh.
If anybody ever wants to type that one in.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. What else?
If you type in IKWYDSL, wait, I know what you did. LS.game.com. You might get something. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think so.
No. Oh, wait. No, I spelled it wrong. I got fat fingers. I know what you did. I know what you did last summer. No, nothing.
On the topic of fat fingers and weight loss, my ring size was a 14.5. I'm down to a ring size 12 now.
Nice.
Wow. I also don't wear 4X and 5X shirts anymore. I'm this close from a 2x. This is a 3x though.
Close, dude.
One day at a time.
So, just had a random question from chat. With Saber bringing back World War Z, do you think Gunn has the possibility of bringing back TCM in a couple of years?
Technically, yes. Will they? No.
I think, well, one of the reasons I don't think they will is because if they are doing like Halloween and whatnot, and they have those types of things moving forward, if you get to the point where those games are competing with each other. If Halloween's an ASIM game and you bring back TCM in the middle of it, are you taking away players from Halloween and vice versa? And that's going to be a weird thing for them to manage if they have more than one game out at a time. It's actually one of the reasons we might keep seeing their games die after a year or two because they're too busy releasing another one. That's a concern of mine, actually. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully Scout Dracula is not a direct competitor to Halloween.
Right.
Or whatever their other IP game, whatever. Yeah, they're putting themselves in a pretty niche genre and locking themselves into it, so doing multiple games at once.
Ilphonic can do it, but they don't have the player base that TCM had.
Yeah,
Scout Dracula's going to have.
They're different if like Killer Clowns is different enough from Predator where you do have two different player pools. Right. I don't think, I think if Halloween's an ASIM game, I think Halloween would feel a lot like F-13 or Dead by Daylight or in like TCM and things like that. That feels a little bit more of like a direct competitor.
How about this? Whatever game that Gunn and Ilphonic are working on, because that's confirmed with Kane, right? Yeah. Whatever game that they are working together on, do they combine forces when it comes to marketing and social media, or who takes the cake? Because we all know, at least from my experience, that Ilphonic is far better on Twitter than Gunn ever was when it comes to they're still posting. Yeah. You know, it's like Ilphonic has 3 scheduled posts a day type shit. Not that they're not in the office right now, but
yeah, they are doing a lot of like screenshot.
Yeah,
because they're on summer break.
And even that to me is, it's cool.
It's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where it comes back to. So if it's a Halloween game and Gunn jumped in as publisher, are they co-publishing then? And if they're co-publishing, then their responsibilities, I don't know. I feel like it would. Gunn's got Ilphonic's got the bigger team, even on the community side too.
But Gunn wants it.
Yeah, I just can't. The egos, bro. I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine them letting them do it.
They want the control with it.
Yeah.
Which, sure.
Yeah,
I get it.
If you're going to put your name on something, I get it. Yeah.
Right. You want to control what's going out there.
Yeah. But if it's not Halloween and it's a game that Gunn has been on from the get-go, then they probably are not co-publishing and they will take all the marketing responsibilities.
Right.
It's going to be spicy.
Spicy. We're about to have it's going to be crazy times, man. My wife mentioned that, like, man, this whole TCM Gunn Halloween summer camp drama is like a fucking daytime soap opera.
Uh-huh.
It gets juicy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something you could... Here's a tinfoil hat theory. So bear with me. Don't read into this too much. Some of you guys take my shit very literally. If Gunn is going to be announcing their next game in the 2 to 3 months, like Wes said in the interview, I would think they have something planned. If they're doing it that soon, I would think they have something planned for Scarefest. And what we've seen in the past with that is that Scarefest works with them to bring in guests that can be on the panel with them. So, for example, when TCM was launching, they brought in Christina Klebe, they brought in Damien Maffei, they brought in Greg Nicotero, they brought in all these people to kind of work alongside them. So if you look, you're going to have to go digging here because Scarefest has so many fucking guests. But if there is something consistent there, maybe the IP's in the mix right there, and they have a planned they have a panel planned for Scarefest. So they announced the game early October, do something at Scarefest to start promoting.
You know who's going to be at Scarefest?
Tom Savini.
Robert.
Oh.
Heather. Angry Grandpa.
Oh, now we got it.
Ashley Lawrence. Is gonna be there. And Doug Bradley.
Oh, Hellraiser game confirmed.
Reanimator.
Reanimator game confirmed.
Chris Jericho.
Terrifier game confirmed.
A lot of F-13 people. Rare occurrences too.
Are there actually a lot of F-13 people? Mm-hmm. Kane's going to be there, right?
Yeah. Dana Kimmel will be there.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons I want to go.
Dave Sheridan, David Arquette.
Scream game confirmed. Scary movie game confirmed.
Felissa, Kane.
Hatchet game confirmed.
Joe Castro.
Vengeance game confirmed.
Judith Roberts. Dead Silence. She's like 90-something years old.
All right, I'm in. That's what I want.
Yeah, there's Kathleen. Lynn Shay canceled, so Insidious canceled.
Nightmare on Elm Street no longer confirmed.
What else? Peter Cowper.
My Bloody Valentine game confirmed.
R.A. Mylov.
Now we got him. TCM 3 game confirmed. TCM 3 DLC confirmed.
Scout. Steve Knapp. Tom Matthews. Friday the 13th.
All right, so take my theory and throw it out the window.
VC Dupree, who's Julius.
Part 8.
Yeah. The Warrens Occult Museum.
The Conjuring game confirmed.
I think that's it.
Ooh.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, Dave Sheridan and David Arquette. Dewey versus Doofy, the game.
Just keep that tinfoil hat theory in mind, and if they end up having a panel, I told you so.
I will.
Do you think that we're looking into Wes's interview with the wording that he said about bucket lists? Because I keep coming back to this, into it too deeply, in the sense of if he wants to, this has been on my bucket list to create, would that already completely exit F-13 out of the conversation because it's already been created? Or is this still going into Riley's theory, or I guess both of your theories, that this is multiple games that they're fucking working on right now?
Well, I don't think he was talking about F-13, because I wouldn't describe a game already made as a bucket list. I guess you can make a case for it, but I do think he's talking about something different. I don't think it could be an original game too. He could be describing the idea of Gunn making an original horror game as a bucket list thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably not too many details to pull from that.
We knew Halloween is his dream game from previous interviews.
Yeah, I really don't think that's the only reason I don't think it's Halloween he's talking about. Is I don't think that's the next game they're announcing.
It's just too soon.
Yeah,
it's too soon for 2 to 3 months, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could do a whole October announcement that leads up to an October release, but still.
Or they could be like October 2026 and then bank that they'll get everything done by next year.
Yeah, I think October 2027 sounds a little more realistic.
Yeah, a little bit more, more realistic.
You don't want to be like Saber.
Yes,
multiple
for the
games.
love of God.
Multiple games. They announced a whole year, and they still don't hit it.
Yeah, like A Quiet Place. It was announced in 2022 and sat dormant for 2 years.
Toxic Commando was 2024. Had a date for 2024.
At least it got a beta.
Yeah,
finally.
And Tim Willett's first response was, "Y'all thought we forgot?" Yes, we actually did.
They need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
They need to
just throw a coming soon on there. We know it's coming soon.
Don't announce a game that you're not ready to push pre-orders for. Jesus.
Guess what else? Fucking Jurassic Park, dude.
Yeah.
Savor another title, man. I've been ready for that, and they just tweeted it back in May, and we haven't had shit since.
How do they release such a kick-ass cinematic trailer for Jurassic Park and then still have 2 years of development to go?
Yeah.
For real. I just want to say TCM didn't fail. They chose to abandon it. No. It failed, and they chose to abandon it. They fumbled.
Well, here's because Weezy brought this up earlier. It's like I do think they probably were able to say goodbye to TCM because they knew they had something in their back pocket coming up quickly shortly after. But at the same time, I think they were sick of spending money on Black Tower. Dude, go look up on your own Google time. All right, go look up the average monthly per diem of a development team. You're hiring and paying these fuckers monthly, and they're not giving you anything to get an ROI with. If you can't give me a DLC to go sell, how am I supposed to keep paying you hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars, potentially millions of dollars? How are you possibly supposed to like justify keeping them on a payroll when they can't deliver?
Now, could they have gone and got a different dev team and fired Black Tower? Yes.
Yeah, that also would have cost millions.
It would have cost more.
Yeah, it would have cost millions of dollars.
Black Tower is on the cheap end.
Yeah, that's why they hired Black Tower, by the way.
But why though? In the sense that Sumo cut a deal and then wanted out, or did they not want to pay Sumo anymore? Because we knew that the amount of cost for DLC in this game was the price of a console, dude. They made enough, right? And the deal, they cut the deal with, like you said, with Microsoft. What was it? I mean, it was $28 million profit, right? Roughly.
Yeah. Well, the Microsoft deal, I guess we don't have a clear idea on what that number is, but we knew they were in the green at launch or close to it. Like, that's what he said, that investors were happy before the game even came out.
Couple milli.
It's probably a lot. Bro.
Do you think Gunn was pissed at Sumo's of anything in relation, maybe delivery time, your infamous spaghetti code scenario, like fixing bugs or whatever? I just don't know. I don't know where the thought process is let's hire a smaller dev team for cheap, but we're still making profit.
I mean, I think it's a little bit all of that. I mean, even with Sumo, content was not coming out very quickly. They were doing really good on the patch turnarounds there for a while. But yeah, content was 3 months apart, sometimes more. I mean, maps were not being delivered. But I think Sumo is probably, honestly, 4 or 5 times more expensive than Black Tower. Like, just random educated guess. Right. I think Sumo is probably very expensive, and to keep a team that big, especially because not only is it Sumo Nottingham, there's Sumo Digital. Yeah, when you got a parent company towering down over you, it's probably expensive.
It definitely could have been a Sumo Digital decision.
Yeah.
Sumo Digital could have said, look at all that money we made. Our per diem just went up for Nottingham. And Gunn's like, I'm sorry.
They requested more.
Could, yeah.
Like, hey, we just killed it. See, now we're going to re-up our shit.
Whether or not, I mean, it was very sad to see those guys at Nottingham say their goodbyes when it was announced.
Yeah, especially like Andy.
Yeah, Handy Head Cheese.
Yeah, Andy Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
They were sad. Now, was that just out of passion? Just out of passion, even though they hated doing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could. I'm sure it was a corporate decision.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, that seems more like the parent company blindside.
Yeah.
Truly.
And we could already see Sumo Nottingham was already starting to allocate resources to other games. So if you can't keep that many people on, yet you still have to pay a big ass per diem. I understand moving on. I just think Black Tower was probably the worst decision you could have made. Yeah, and they figured out that the hard way, which is why either they knew that, which I doubt it. I think Black Tower overpromised, underdelivered. If we see them work a Black Tower again, then I'll be like, okay, these guys are assholes. But I highly, highly doubt we ever see Gunn and Black Tower work together again.
And honestly, that could be a reason why Gunn gave up TCM, is because they didn't want to work with Black Tower anymore, and they saw that, right? They saw the production value that they offered, and that could have been a reason why they would like, hey, I know that we could make a bunch of money still by releasing. Where's the fucking hair pack, man? You know what I mean?
It fell out of scope, dude.
All the shit that was in the game files they could have released, but they still gave all that up because they didn't. I mean, it makes more sense that they didn't want to work with Black Tower anymore.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do understand it. It is still circles back to them. Like, why'd you hire Black Tower? And then the game post launch was the whole plan was a mess. Pay to win characters, no in game currency, no unlockables, no free cosmetics. Like
the price on everything.
Level 99.
Yeah, no increased level cap. They were just they were already in a bad spot to begin with, but then you bring in a team that can't keep up with content. Sorry,
If they would have just
you got your
mass
phone, I thought you were
produced
messaging me.
the
That's all you're
Nuggets,
Yeah, we got one around here somewhere.
imagine the amount.
What are we looking for?
Nugget. He's down there. Much as that, I want to punch that little bastard in the face.
There he is.
Yeah. He doesn't work anymore. Yeah, he died.
He doesn't work in game anymore either.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Should only be
what can you do?
couple months away from all the answers we were ever looking for.
I said it before. For their next game, you got to have a roadmap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be like crystal clear. Just like
I think Outlast Trials has a good roadmap.
yeah,
It's a wide window.
yeah. You don't have to have a super tight window or anything. Just let us know you're doing shit. Thanks. Who, me? Just working on content through 2025. Yeah. Who?
Wes said that once.
Me? Yeah, he'll never say that again.
Yeah.
That was another one of those
That's
learning
twice.
lessons. That was one of those learning lessons.
We promised to have everything delivered within the next 90 days.
Yep.
That was another one.
And then we're going to announce a whole bunch of content that's never going to come out because it fell out of scope. You don't just do that.
And
That's the reason I'm like, obviously something much deeper was happening between Gun and Black Tower. You don't just announce shit and be like, oh. Like Paranoia
Yeah.
Mode, for example. You don't just do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It truly is sad, you know, but I always kind of look at everything with, I don't know, like just the bigger picture, you know, maybe everybody's going to benefit from this, including Gun. And I don't wish that upon, you know, bad things upon anybody. So
Yeah.
outside of Dallas Cowboys fans, but we
Boo.
True.
Todd. You know, so and so even though we've had this conversation for 3+ hours now, and these conversations in the last videos that we've all made and comments, it's something that I hope everybody is successful from here on out, even including Gun. Like, give us a banger, okay? You know, we know you're capable.
Just quit fumbling the live service.
You got to prove it.
Yeah.
They got to prove it, and I hope they do. I hope it's not just silence when it comes to that. You got to just prove it. Prove us wrong, man. Prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Show us that you're meant to stay.
That this is another theory I've read a lot. Kane Hodder is playing Frankenstein and Scout Dracula. Again, that game probably mocap 3 years ago.
Scout Dracula,
Yeah.
probably.
So I doubt it. But you never know. He actually could be a good Frankenstein, to be honest.
Is Dracula like super thin,
Well,
or is he a thick boy?
I don't know.
Could be a scary, thick Dracula. Big, thick
I mean,
teeth.
Machine Gun Kelly.
And Jelly Roll's playing the mummy.
Jelly Roll. Yeah.
I don't
They
think
were
so.
there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What a crazy turn of events if that happened to be true. If Machine Gun Kelly ended up being fucking Dracula in Scout Dracula.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
He does drink blood.
Imagine. Well, okay. Imagine if
He got veneers in. His fucking teeth are fangs, literally,
it's
right now.
all coming.
Oh,
He's
shit.
He's been telling
been- you know
us
what's
this for
you know
years.
honestly though he actually could like that could have happened. Like he could have mocap Scout Dracula. Like I know we're joking, but sure.
Yeah.
They have a relationship.
And Jelly
sure.
Roll was just there to along for the ride.
As for the Kane
Right.
mocapping Frankenstein, I don't think so. I don't.
Jelly
just
Roll
get
could
Ken
be doing
Kersinger.
the voice acting part for Dracula because he's got a deeper voice than, I don't know. Maybe it's country Dracula.
Come on with it. Yeah, I like it. But imagine if Kane was actually mocapping for Frankenstein and Scout Dracula, and you have all this hype building up. How frustrating would that be from Gunn's perspective?
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, obviously it's frustrating for us if that gets announced. We're like, oh, you're shitting me. But like from Gunn's perspective, like they know an original game is obviously not going to produce as much hype, and now you have all these people hyping up Kane potentially playing Michael in a Halloween game, and all this relationship, F-13 coming back. Everything is bigger than what Scout Dracula is, and then it's like the whole time they know that they have to make an announcement that's going to let everybody down.
Our second killer in Scout Dracula is Frankenstein, portrayed by Kane Hodder.
he Meshuggah, right? You know,
What'd you call me?
he kind of already has played the character before.
Yeah.
So,
Just get
Edie Austin says, if Scout Dracula is inspired by the novel, Kane Hodder would fit Quincy Morris.
Again, I think they mocapped a long time ago. So let's hope that's not the case.
Moving on.
Moving on. That would be quite the funny play of events, though. That would be like, ooh. It's actually kind of one of the reasons we found that whole Scout Dracula trademark thing, and one of the reasons I wanted to cover it was to help calm down some hype. If you go into Gunn's next game thinking it's Halloween, F-13, Nightmare on Elm Street, or whatever, and then the Scout Dracula gets announced out of nowhere, you get blindsided by that, and be like, oh, fuck. Yeah. I hate them even more. At least now we are mentally prepared for an original game announcement if and when it comes. So that's nice, I guess. I still don't think it's going to do well. There was a time when Gunn making an original game would have been exciting. Now,
about a year ago.
Yeah, you know, like, I still think you take the leash off of them, let them cook. You know, let them put their game design brains together and have a good time. I'm sure they can make a fun game. I just think your reputation's in the hole right now. You really needed an IP to get you out of it. You really needed an IP to carry you instead of you carrying the IP. And yeah, an original game isn't going to do that for them.
Yeah.
It'd probably flop. Unless it's very, very good. Which it could be. I don't know. Maybe it's a single-player game. Summer Camp's still being worked on. There is a new video out from Wheezy F Mamba right now about Summer Camp.
True.
And Fear the Reaper.
True.
I've been working all damn day. I'm getting tired.
Speaking of which, can I afford my Founders Pack now?
Yes, I actually figured it out after I recorded the video. Of course. You can actually view all the menus of Fear the Reaper right now. And character lore.
I didn't get paid. Okay, I can't afford the Founders Pack. How the fuck? Why?
Pick it up. Get that beta code for Friday.
Don't be like me. Get your Founders Pack today.
$10.
Use code /acast.
$10, dude. Totally worth it.
I am excited to jump back in. It's been a while. Yeah, been a while since I played. I'm curious. See what changes they made. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see reactions this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, we wrapping this thing up?
Yeah.
You got anything else you're dying to talk about?
I mean, we could definitely just go on forever.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew when you get three nerds in a room together, this is what happens. We'll do it again tomorrow. Who did that? Who played my eye?
My eye. But yeah, I think it's a good spot. 3.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Of course, Wheezy, when I switch over the ends screen, it's going to play on Zoom as well. So
that's it.
I guess we're saying our farewells. But thanks again for doing this. This is a lot of fun. This is a good idea. We should actually do it again in the future. Not tomorrow, but in the future.
Not tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big.
Maybe
map
after
more
Comic-Con.
stuff out. Maybe kind of do this at the beginning and then play some games at the end or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do a lot more game streams. You know where I'll be. It's been a pleasure, an absolute pleasure, brother.
I appreciate you guys again. Thank you very much for having me, and your hospitality is always appreciated. So thank you.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll bounce out of the call, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, man. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Thank you, guys.
Love you, BB.
Peace.
Maybe if I can get out of here. Fuck. There we go. I was like, oh, geez. Ah, okay. That was fun.
Yeah.
I really do like that guy. He's a very genuine dude. He's a very good man. Very good man. Good father. Good husband.
He's got the passion.
Well, if any horror fan, I can sit and bullshit with forever. And he, I mean, you saw how much, like, we're on the same page on so many things.
He's more than just a horror game fan.
Yeah.
He's a horror fan.
Yeah, you know? And, what else was I going to say? I don't remember.
It's lit.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we're all excited for Scout Dracula.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow morning, don't know if I'll be streaming or not. It's up in the, because I thought the stream was going to get over earlier as a result of what it was. And, of course, you know, here we are, and it went on forever. But tomorrow we're going to see I Know What You Did Last Summer in theaters at 2 p.m. It's about an hour drive for us, so yeah, probably I don't know if I'll have time to stream in the morning. Might be able to get a workout stream in the morning. So members, there you go. But then tomorrow night, maybe we'll be right back in this room. Right here. If Nick says so.
Oh, I thought we were playing Trials.
We could also do that. I also have RIP at the rodeo.
Oh, it came?
It came.
Oh.
It came. The big one.
Maybe.
Quote. Thank you for the $5 super chat. On your theory, if Gunn brings someone... Oh.
Did he?
They did that? Did they actually? Christina Cleve had the sponsored by Gunn there?
I didn't know that.
I don't remember that.
I know they had like the sissy photos at her booth.
And the posters.
They were there. They were at her table.
Whatever this game would be, is probably not going to be in a position to do that yet.
They did that. Okay.
But they did. They are
You're
sponsoring.
Right. I do remember that now. Yep.
So they are sponsoring Scarefest. Again.
They always do.
They always do. Well, actually, as an official sponsor, it's only been the last few years. They've been collaborators in the past.
Yeah.
Now they are sponsors. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't think they'll be in a position, whatever this game is, if they announce it before Scarefest and Scarefest, there's a panel or whatever. I don't think they'll be in a position where they'll put artwork on those people's table yet. You know, they're not going to have like TCM posters at their table like that. So whatever the game is, I don't think they'll be in that position yet.
Right. Unless this game's coming out in fucking March. And even then, probably not.
I guess we'll find out. That's it. I'm done rambling. Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's lit.
Let's go to bed.
Going.
I had to get my beauty sleep for I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I need to be able to see Jennifer Love Hewitt very clearly.
Yeah. Colton, thank you for 66 months. That's a long fucking time. Great stream. More horror YouTube collabs in the future. It's what we're looking into. I'm actually trying to do a lot more interviews. I just don't know how many of them will be live. I don't know. I've reached out to some cool people lately.
I'll tell you what, if us and Wham, all four of us were on a Zoom,
I can
that'd be crazy.
I can hit up Mike and Jay. They'd probably do it. They're a little tough to schedule with sometimes. You see, I mean, Mike's a dad. Jay's a married man. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't have kids. I've had this conversation before. He doesn't have kids. But yeah, we can make something happen.
Or
thank you, Wheezy.
Or we'll just go live at Scarefest.
Well, Caliber and Mitty, one, I don't know how like big of horror fans they are like outside of games, which is fine. But they also don't stream. You know, like they're edited gameplay creators, which is they're killing it. They're doing a great job. I don't know how interested they'd be in something like this, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it. The spoiler-filled review will. That's the plan anyway. Make everything count. Should be out Saturday. We see you, Zoom. We should have a spoiler-filled one will be out Saturday. Spoiler-free one might only be members only. I don't know. Movie reviews never do well for us, and that's another one of those things. Like, do we risk fucking up the algorithm?
Yeah.
We talked about this. Do we do that? I don't know.
It's Saturday for Spotify.
Chase, your internet can't handle Zoom. We tried.
Chase has to be here to be on the stream.
Yeah, you just drive down here. We got an extra mic for you. We'll make it work. That's it. I think. I'm gonna go email Ken Kersinger now about that workout video. Think he's you think he's gonna agree? Someone at Flashback has got to agree to do it.
Maybe.
That's why I said James A. Janice. I'm telling you. We'll look into it. All right. We'll catch you guys on the flippity flip. Deuces.